It's time for the most listened to high school football scoreboard show in the state of Alabama. The WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville. For the next 3 hours, we'll give you the scores for this week's games. Now, let's go to the scoreboard with your hosts, Jeff Allen and Phil Harris, on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the High School Football Scoreboard, Week 2 of the High School Football Playoffs. Some great games going on tonight. 52 games on our schedule, 104 teams as they're still chasing the dream of a state championship. 21 unbeaten teams still playing tonight. Last week, there were 12 number 3 seeds to advance, 3 number 4 seeds to advance. There were 6 overtimes. And, Phil, we may have some of those games like that tonight. Great night for high school football in Alabama.
Hey, I tell you one thing, this is a great weather for November. It turned out to be 2 beautiful days in a row, and you couldn't ask for a better night. The weather's great, and there's been some great football games so far.
Phil, we've got 2 finals already in this evening. From the Field of Champions tonight, the Piedmont Bulldogs shut out the Fife Red Devils this evening, 36-0. The final score as Piedmont, led by Raleigh Pinto tonight, they shut out the Fife Red Devils 36-0 this evening. And also the defending 1A state champion, the Wadley Bulldogs, they win their 24th game in a row as they beat Meek tonight. 52-8 is the score in that game. And as we go through the scores tonight, we're just going to go through all 52 games in each of our segments tonight to try to keep you up to date on all that's going on. And I feel I'm going to begin, since all the 7A games are below Birmingham, we're going to begin in 6A tonight. And in Class 6A, Muscle Shoals leading Parker 17-14 tonight. Mountain Brook, they led 35-0 at halftime. Fort Payne scores on their opening possession, gets an onside kick. The Wildcats trying to come back in the second half. They're down 35-14 to Mountain Brook. Clay Chalkville leading Gadsden City 30-7. Homewood on top of Hartselle 24-17. In the southern part of the 6A bracket, Benjamin Russell and Theodore are all tied at 14-14. Hueytown is up big on Russell County 49-21. Pike Road leading Bessemer City 21-7. And right now it's going back and forth between Saraland and Spain Park. It's Saraland on top now 28-24.
Got an updated score, Jeff. Clay Chalkville has scored again on Gaston City. It's now 37-7. In Class 5A, Jacksonville and Fairview. Fairview coming in this game 11-0. Jacksonville 6-5. This has been a defensive struggle all night long, and it's been this way for these two teams all season. Right now, Fairview 7, Jacksonville 7 as they play third quarter. The Scottsboro Wildcats got 3 turnovers from St. Clair County in the first 3 series, got 14 points off those turnovers, and built up a quick 14-0 lead. They led 21-0 at halftime. They've continued to pull away. They now lead St. Clair County by the score of 35-0 as they play in the fourth quarter now. Moody all over Priceville right now, 39-7, and it's Briarwood. They are destroying Russellville right now, 42-0. In the southern part of the bracket, Vigors leading over Northside, 35-28. Clay Central, Andalusia right now. Clay Central is on top, 21-2. Catholic of Montgomery's leading over Shelby County, 17-15, and Williamson's leading over Elmore County. The score right now is 21-7.
Phil, just got an update from that 5A game over in Jacksonville tonight. Fairview has taken a 21-7 lead now in the third quarter of that game. They're headed to the fourth quarter. Moving on to Class 4A tonight, a surprise over at Trinity in Morgan County tonight as Good Hope is on top of West Morgan 24-7. Plainview, the Bears are looking strong tonight as they lead 28-7 behind Owen Hope tonight, who's had a big rushing night for the Plainview Bears. It's Anniston leading Madison Academy 30-12. Deshler's on top of Hamilton 17-10 in the southern part of the bracket in Class 4A. Jackson doubling up Hanley 24-14. It's W.S. Neal shutting out American Christian 28 to nothing. Bullock County leading Mobile Christian 21 to nothing, and by the same score, it's St. Michael's. They're shutting out Pleasant Grove 21 to nothing, and that W.S. Neal score, Phil, has gone now to 35 to nothing as they have just scored another touchdown on American Christian and lead 35 to nothing in their game.
Got a couple of updates for you now. Jeff Hanley scored. They've closed the gap against Jackson now to 28-21. And another score, this is a big one right now, Saraland and Spain Park. Spain Park is taken back to lead 31-28.
And, Phil, let me update you. Hamilton has just scored and tied the game with Deschler. It's now 17-17 in that game.
Boy, we've got some great football games. Of course, this is playoff time. This is what we want to see. In Class 3A right now, Mars Hill up big. They are leading over Winfield 42 to nothing. As Jeff told you coming into the show, Piedmont has already knocked off 5. This game was basically run the football for the most part. It was a quick first half, and of course Piedmont extinguished 5 by the final score of 36 to nothing. The Red Devils finish at 8-3. Piedmont now 12-0. Geraldine, bit of a surprise here. Not that Geraldine's winning, but they've pretty much controlled this football game. Geraldine leading over Westbrook 31-7 in the second half. I think this might be, Jeff, for one of those times where Geraldine's kind of battle tested into the playoffs. In the playoffs in Westbrook, this is kind of their first time in a while. So that could be the big difference in this game. Gordo is leading over Colbert County right now. This was a good one, 36-29 as they play second half. Southern part of the bracket, Southside Selma and Cottage Hill are tied 22-22. Glenwood is leading over Trinity 33 to nothing. Montgomery Academy leads Lee Scott Academy 35 to nothing. And Bayside Academy, one of these teams you better watch out for, they are leading Randolph County 40 to nothing in the second half.
Okay, Phil, update. Montgomery Academy has won that game 38 to nothing tonight over Lee Scott Academy to advance to the third round. Also, the Plainview Bears has just added a touchdown in the extra point. It's 35-7 up at Rainsville tonight. And Scottsboro also has just added another touchdown. They're on top of St. Clair County 42 to nothing as we move to Class 2A tonight, where the Pisgah Eagles leading Vincent. This one's also going back and forth as Pisgah leading Vincent 30-27. Red Bay and Southeastern, a good one going on in West Alabama as Red Bay Southeastern are tied 21-21. Coosa Christian on top of Lexington 42-3. Tuscaloosa Academy has just added a touchdown. They've taken a 10-point lead over Pleasant Valley. Tuscaloosa Academy 23, Pleasant Valley 13. Luverne in the southern part of the 2A bracket, they're shutting out GW Long 23 to nothing. Lynette leading Arrington 24 to make that 27-14. Reeltown is leading Cottonwood 24-22, and Lochapoka and Providence Christian, they're now tied at the end of the third quarter. 14-14. Got a couple of updates there. Luverne has just scored again to go up 29 to nothing on GW Long with about 3 minutes to go in their game. And Phil Aniston has scored to make it 30-12 now as they lead Madison Academy. That's at the end of the third quarter in that game down in Aniston tonight. And Trey, what have you got?
The Aniston game, I'm getting 37-12.
37. Yeah, 37. I say 35.
I think he said 30.
30. Oh, it was 30. They just scored to make it 37 at the end of the third quarter, 37-12.
I don't know if you gave this, Jeff. I think Coosa Christian has scored again. They're now up 49-3 over
49.
Lexington.
Okay.
Class 1A, Addison's leading over Berry right now 24-6. Marion County and Appalachian, this has been a great game. Marion County's leading over Appalachian right now 14-13. Wadley, the number 1 ranked team in Class 1A, they destroyed Meek tonight 52-8, and this Meek team's pretty good. It just goes to show you how good Wadley is. Hubbartville's leading over Hackleburg 30-6 as they play second half. Southern part of the bracket, Southern Choctaw and University Charter. This is a good one. Southern Choctaw on top 18-12 in the second half. Maplesville taking care of business once again. They lead McIntosh 21-0. McKenzie, who's unbeaten, they're leading Otago Academy 32-14. And then once again, Leroy, who's unbeaten, they're handing it to Linden right now by the score of 40-6.
Westbrook has scored, got a 2-point conversion. It's now 31-15 as they play headed into the fourth quarter there at Geraldine tonight. Moving on to Class 7A. 7A scores tonight. Only 4 games there in Class 7A. Thompson leading Mary Montgomery 48-0. Central of Phoenix City, they're on top of Fairhope 27-15. It's Auburn leading Baker 37-0 now in Opelika. Auburn on top of Daphne 37-0, and Opelika leading Baker 28-6 as a score. It looks like Thompson has just scored again, Phil. It's now 54-0 as they lead Mary Montgomery, and that looks like it's going to set up I think it'll be for the state championship next week, because Thompson and Central of Phoenix City will play next week in the semifinals if the scores hold tonight. And that's been kind of the state championship game for the last several years.
Yeah, that may hold true once again, just be the semifinals. Vincent has scored again, Jeff. They have now taken the lead on Pisgah 33-30 as they play fourth quarter.
33-30. And Coach B.J. Brooks from Sardis just texted me, and I was going to check on this. The last time that the Fife Red Devils were shut out was October the 15th, 1999, 343 games ago. But Piedmont shuts out the Fife Red Devils tonight, 36-0. I thank Coach Brooks for sending me that. I was going to check on that. They had the state's longest not being shut out streak, and Piedmont, great win for the Piedmont Bulldogs this evening. Final scores that we have so far this evening: Piedmont over 5, 36-0. Montgomery Academy shutting out Lee Scott 38-0, and it was Wadley over Meek 52-8. Southern Elite Realty serving all of North Alabama. Let Jerry O'Neill and his veteran team of agents provide you with a winning experience. You can check them out at mysouthernerelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation.
Where can you find a dealership that makes it easy to buy a new vehicle? WholesaleCars.com. Hi, this is Brett, General Manager of WholesaleCars.com. With today's hectic lifestyle, convenience is everything. Buy with us, and you can make your payments online, over the phone, or even by bank draft. You can even choose your payment date. We offer across-the-board financing with rates that beat most banks. That's just a few reasons that we've earned an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. Come see us. WholesaleCars.com, Highway 431, Albertville.
When your ride's having issues again, don't panic. Call the family. At Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, Ohana means family, and that's exactly how we treat you. Our ASE certified technicians work on all makes and models, European, domestic, and import, from oil changes to engine diagnostics to electrical issues that make your dash light up. And yes, we actually know what that weird clanking sound is. Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, where you're not just a customer, you're family. Call us at 256-442-6864.
Pax Nursery and Garden Center on Highway 168 between Boaz and Kilpatrick reminds you fall is time for planting, and they have a large selection of fruit trees, blackberry plants, grapevines, blueberry bushes, shade and flowering trees, encore azaleas, hydrangeas, roses, hollies, boxwoods, and much more. They also have mulch, pine straw, concrete pots, and statuary. Follow them on Facebook to see what's new. Pax Nursery and Garden Center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and Saturdays till noon.
You can buy Ford less.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy Ford less. You can buy Ford less.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank, local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
Hi, this is Brent Rhodes, candidate for DeKalb County Commission President. As a lifelong resident of DeKalb County, I care deeply about our people, our values, and our future. On May the 19th, I would truly appreciate your vote. I'm committed to working hard for our community and helping move DeKalb County forward. Best of luck to all of our local teams this year. We're proud of you.
Paid political advertisement by Brent Rhodes, Crossville, Alabama.
Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville, the most listened to scoreboard in the state of Alabama. Here's your hosts, Jeff Allen and Phil Harris.
And final scores from week 2 of the high school playoffs. In Class 5A, it was Clay Central over Andalusia, 21-2. In Class 3A, Morris Hill has defeated Winfield 42-6. Piedmont has shut out 36-0, and Montgomery Academy has shut out Lee Scott Academy 38-0. In Class 2A, it was Luverne shutting out GW Long 29-0. A couple of finals in Class 1A, Wadley over Meek 52-8, and Leroy has stayed unbeaten with a 40-22 win over Linden tonight.
Well, let's get started on your partial scores. Of course, Jeff just gave you the finals in 1A, but let's give you the partials. Right now, Addison's in the northern part of the brackets, leading Berry 32-6. It's Appalachian and Marion County. Marion County is right now on top, 14-13, and Hubbartville's leading over Hackleburg 40-6. As Jeff told you, Wadley beat Meek 52-8. Southern part of the bracket, Southern Choctaws up on University Charter 18-12. Maplesville's ahead of McIntosh 21-0. McKenzie leads over Autauga Academy 32-14, and of course Leroy now 12-0 on the year. They beat Linden 40-22.
And moving on to Class 2A tonight. In Class 2A action, it's Pisgah. They're on top of Benson 30-27. Red Bay and Southeastern, that game is still tied at 21-21, and with about 7 minutes to go in the game, as Red Bay trying to score there in the red zone, but it's fourth down, 21-21, and they didn't convert, so there's 7 minutes to go in the game tonight there. Coosa Christian leading Lexington 49-3. Tuscaloosa Academy on top of Pleasant Valley 23-13. Luverne, they shut out GW Long. This is a final tonight, 29-0. They will advance to play the winner of Lynette and Ariton, and Lynette is on top of that game 27-14. It's Reeltown leading Cottonwood 24-22, and at last report, Lochapoka and Providence Christian, they were tied 14-14.
Jeff, before we go further, I wanted to give you a couple of finals. Just got in Class 4A, southern part of the bracket. W.S. Neal has beaten American Christian 35-7. It was Bullock County over Mobile Christian. The final score there was 21-0, and an updated score. Jackson has now doubled up Hanley. It's now 42-21 as they play fourth quarter. Now for your 3A scores, finals. Mars Hill Bible beat Winfield 42-6. Piedmont was a winner over Fife, 36-0. And in the southern part of the bracket, Montgomery Academy beat Lee Scott Academy 38-0. Now for your partials in Class 3A, late in the ball game, Geraldine's leading over Westbrook 31-15. Gordo's leading Colbert County 42-29. Southern part of the bracket, Southside Selma leads, and Cottage Hill are tied 22-22. Glenwood looks like they're going to move on. They're leading Trinity 33-0, and Bayside Academy up big on Randolph County 40-0.
Before I go on to Class 4A, another final score in this one in Class 6A tonight, where Muscle Shoals, they have hang on to defeat Parker tonight, and they knock out the defending 6A state champion as they win 17-14. Also tonight, a final score from down at Briarwood as it has gone final in 5A, 42-7. Briarwood over Russellville tonight. That is a final. Moving on to Class 4A. In the northern part of the bracket, Good Hope has scored another touchdown. They're pulling away from West Morgan tonight, leading 31-7. Plainview still on top of Alexandria, 35-7. Anniston on top of Madison Academy, 44-12. And Deschler now leads Hamilton as Deschler has scored to take the lead, 24-17. In the southern part of the bracket, Phil told you, Jackson doubling up Hanley, 42-21. St. Michael's leading Pleasant Grove, 21-0. Bullock County has defeated Mobile Christian 21-0, and W.S. Neal has defeated American Christian 35-7.
In Class 5A, it was finals then. Briarwood has beaten Russellville 42-7, as Jeff told you. Clay Central, they beat Andalusia 21-2. Others, Fairview leads Jacksonville 21-13. Scottsboro's up on St. Clair County 42-0. Moody is ahead of Priceville right now 60-7. Other southern part of the bracket scores, Viger over Northside 42-28. Catholic of Montgomery was leading Shelby County 31-15, and Williamson was ahead of Elmore County at last report 21-7.
Phil, in that game up at Scottsboro, St. Clair County has scored. It's now 42-6, and the final just in now from over at Trinity. Good Hope has surprised West Morgan 31-7. So Good Hope will advance, and it looks like they'll play the Plainview Bears next week. And Plainview still top of Alexandria 35-7. But Good Hope a winner tonight as they defeat West Morgan 31-7 this evening. And Viger now 42-28, Phil, and with about 3 minutes to go, I think that's the score that you gave in that game. Moving on to Class 6A, we told you that Muscle Shoals defeated Parker 17-14. Mountain Brook leading Fort Payne 35-14. Clay Chalville on top of Gadsden City 37-7. Homewood leading Hartselle 31-24. In the southern part of the 6A bracket, Saraland has scored, Phil, to take the lead again. This one goes back and forth between Saraland and Spain Park. Saraland on top right now, 35-31. Pike Road leading Bessemer City, 21-7. It's Hueytown on top of Russell County, 49-21. And Benjamin, Russell, and Theodore, they're all tied 14-14.
Of course, in Class 7A, Thompson up big on Mary Montgomery. Mary Montgomery was 10-1 on the year, but Thompson's really take it to them, 54-0 in the second half. Central of Phoenix City is leading over Fairhope, 27-15. Auburn is on top of Daphne, 37-0, and right now Opelika leads over Baker by the score of 28-9.
Phil, that game has changed. The score is now 35-9. Opelika up on Baker. And just a couple of updates before we go to break. It has gone final. Homewood has defeated Hartselle 31-24. So Homewood will advance to play the winner of Clay Chalville and Gadsden City. Chalville up in that game right now. Gordo has extended their lead to 49-29 over Colbert County. Looks like the Green Wave is going to advance to play Piedmont next week. And one other score this evening, update, Lynette now leading Ayrton 34-14 as Lynette has added a touchdown. And I think we've got a final from down in the southern part of the bracket in Class 2A, where Southern Choctaw has defeated University Charter. That's actually 1A, I guess. University Choctaw has defeated Charter 26-12. Southern Choctaw over University Charter 26-12, and that game has gone final down in the Mobile area as Thompson has defeated Mary Montgomery 54-0, and Benjamin Russellville has just scored to take the lead with 3 minutes to go in the game as they're on top of Theodore 21-14. Have you got anything before we go to break?
4 updates in 1A. Right now, Addison's leading Berry 38-6. Hubbartville has extended the lead over Hackleburg to 36-6. Southern part of the bracket, Maplesville's now up 34-0. And McKenzie's leading over Autauga Academy 52-14.
Now, they've blown that one open in the second half of their game. Special thanks to our Team of the Week sponsors this season. They were Dixie Design, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. This season, we handed out Team of the Week T-shirts to athletes and coaches in 7 counties in northeast Alabama. Thanks to Dixie Design, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions for being part of the high school football scoreboard.
Everybody in the community enjoys a football Friday night, coming together to cheer on your favorite team at schools. For over 75 years, Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative has provided the electricity to heat and cool the homes, schools, businesses, and light the playing fields in our communities. Marshall DeKalb Electric employees Jennifer Oliver, Todd Dismukes, Haley Crowden, Colby Kidd, Darrell Ross, and Kelly Knight were proud to play, cheer, and perform for Crossville High School, and now provide you with the power for your everyday life.
Score Time Scoreboards, the only authorized fair play dealer in Alabama. Owners Avery and Patty Hendricks would like to thank all our loyal customers for your patronage and trusting us to help you keep score for the past 31 years. From the new Scoreboard video boards, Boaz and Douglas High School, to all Scoreboard video boards at Birmingham City Schools and all points in between. Proudly serving the WQSB listening area with your scoring needs. No matter what team you root for, the game starts and stops with Score Time Scoreboards.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Attala, Alabama.
Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner of Southern Elite Realty. We're so proud to be a part of the WQSB family and honored to help bring you the Friday Night Scoreboard.
And welcome back into the high school football scoreboard, week 2 of the playoffs. Let's get you up to date. We're going to begin once again Class 6A tonight. In Class 6A, a couple of final scores in the northern part of the bracket tonight. Muscle Shoals has defeated Parker 17-14, and it was Homewood. And did I see a final on that one? Homewood and Hartselle.
31-24.
31-24, the final score on that one. Tonight, Clay Chalkville leading Gadsden City 44-7. Mountain Brook leads Fort Payne 35-14. Benjamin Russell is leading Theodore 21-14. It's Hueytown leading Russell County 49-21. Pike Road on top of Bessemer City 21-7, and Saraland they're leading right now 35-31 over Spain Park.
Dropping down to Class 5A, it's over. Fairview has won. They're now 12-0. They win 28-13 over Jacksonville, and Scottsboro also won. They beat St. Clair County 42-6. So Scottsboro and Fairview will play next week. Moody up big in the second half. They're leading Priceville 60-14. Briarwood has defeated Russellville tonight. Final score there was 42-7. Southern part of the bracket, Clay Central has defeated Andalusia 21-2. Catholic of Montgomery over Shelby County 38-15. Parcels Vigors leading Northside 42-28, and Williamson's leading Elmore County 21-7.
Moving on to Class 4A. Tonight in Class 4A, Good Hope has defeated West Morgan 31-7 is the final there. Looks like Plainview is going to win. They've got the ball late in the game. They're leading Alexandria 35-7. Anniston up big on Madison Academy 44-12. Looks like it's going into overtime tonight over in Hamilton between Hamilton and Deschler. Deschler has taken a knee to take it into overtime, and it's 24-24 as Hamilton and Deschler play in overtime to advance. Jackson, they lead Hanley 42-21. W.S. Neal has defeated American Christian 35-7. W.S. Neal will play the winner of Jackson and Hanley. Pleasant Grove trailing St. Michael's. St. Michael's was the number one team at the end of the regular season in 4A. They're up 21-0. And Bullock County tonight, they're a 3 seed that's advanced now to the Elite 8 as Bullock County shuts out Mobile Christian 21-0 this evening.
The Bears have scored again, Jeff. About 2 minutes left. They're now up on Alexandria 42-7, so it looks like they're going to be playing Good Hope. Class 3A, Mars Hill Bible, the winner over Winfield, 42-6. It was Piedmont knocking off 36-0. Right now, Geraldine leading late over Westbrook 31-15. Gordo has pulled away from Colbert County now. It's 49-29 as they play fourth quarter. Bottom part of the bracket in Class 3A, Cottage Hill and Southside Selma were tied 22-22. Glenwood was leading Trinity 33-0. Bayside Academy was up on Randolph County 40-0. Montgomery Academy, this one's gone final. They beat Lee Scott Academy 38-0.
Phil just got a text from Chuck Abels, the mayor at Geraldine. Bulldogs win. He sends me a picture of the scoreboard, 31-15. Geraldine advances, and they'll travel next week as they'll go on the road to Mars Hill. That's two opponents that know each other very, very well, is Mars Hill and the Geraldine Bulldogs. So we know who the northern part of the bracket in 3A is. You'll have Geraldine traveling to Mars Hill, and Piedmont will be at home. They'll be hosting Gordo next week. So that'll be your Elite 8 in the Elite 8 in the northern part of the bracket in Class 3A for next week. In Class 2A tonight, Pisgah on top of Vincent. That game is late. Pisgah leading 38-33. Red Bay and Southeastern. Let me see if we got an update on that score. It was 21-21 as Southeastern has recovered a fumble with 40 seconds to go. And it looks like Southeastern has taken the lead in the game, Phil. Earlier at 28-21, looks like Red Bay has fumbled and Southeastern has recovered. So it looks like the Mustangs could be advancing here. We may get an update again shortly on that game, but they would play Pisgah if they did advance, and Pisgah won. Coosa Christian on top of Lexington, 49-3. Looks like they will play Tuscaloosa Academy. Well, that game happened just a couple of weeks ago, and Coosa Christian defeated Tuscaloosa Academy down in Tuscaloosa. They'd play at Gadsden this weekend. Phil, that game is final. Southeastern, congratulations to Coach Kevin Bird and the Mustangs. They advance to the third round, to the quarterfinals. Southeastern now 10-2 on the year. They will play the Pisgah Eagles if Pisgah hangs on. They're on top late, 38-33. Southern part of the 2A bracket, Laverne was a winner over GW Long, 29-0. Lynette leading Ayrton, 34-14. Reeltown leading Cottonwood, 24-22. And it looks like Lochapoka and Providence Christian, and they're headed to overtime tonight. And Phil, let me give you a couple of final scores that just got in. It has gone final. Lynette has won 34-14 tonight over Ayrton. Moody has defeated Priceville 60-14. That is a final score this evening. Also back in 7A, Opelika beats Baker 35-9, and it was Auburn over Daphne 40-0 as they kick a late field goal there to make it 40. And it was Saraland. They hang on to defeat Spain Park 35-31, a final score there.
Yeah, what a great game that was, of course. Getting down to Class 1A, I think is where we got to, right?
Right.
Class 1A got lost. Finals, northern part of the bracket, Wadley over Meek 52-8. Addison beat Berry 39-6. Partials, Marion County, as Jeff told you just a few minutes ago, they lead Appalachian 20-13 as they play first in the fourth quarter. Hubbardsville has scored again. They've now lead Hackleburg 36-6, so it looks like they're going to stick it to them once again. Southern part of the bracket, two finals in. Southern Choctaw over University Charter 26-12, while Leroy beat Linden 40-22, and these two games are well in hand. Maplesville's leading over McIntosh 34-0, while McKenzie leads Autauga Academy 52-14.
Phil, it looks like that game has gone final tonight as Hubbardville has defeated Hackleburg 42-6. is the final there. So Hubbard will advance, and they'll have the unenviable task of going to Wadley next week and taking on the Bulldogs, as Wadley defeated Meek 52-8 in their game. The Addison game, we told you, going final 39-0. And it looks like the Fort Payne game, did we have a final on that one?
35-14.
Yep, 35-14. Just checking as we see that. Trey, we got a final there?
No, not final, but Alexandria scored 42-14.
42-14, so Alexandria scores late. The Plainview Bears look like they're going to advance. Looks like the Marion County has scored again, Phil. They've gone up now. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter over Appalachian, 28-13, as Mountain Brook over Fort Payne, 35-14 this evening, as the Fort Payne Wildcats, their season comes to an end. 10-2 this year's Mountain Brook will advance as they'll play Muscle Shoals next week, as Muscle Shoals will travel to Birmingham to take on Mountain Brook. Clay Chalkville, that game now a final 44-7, as Clay Chalkville has defeated Gadsden City tonight. And it was Benjamin Russell. They have defeated Theodore 21-14. Those are all final scores. As we look at 7A tonight, Thompson was a winner over Mary Montgomery, 54-0. Auburn over Daphne, 40-0. Opelika has defeated Baker, 35-9. The only game that we haven't got a final score in 7A is Central of Phoenix City. They were up on Fairhope, 27-15. And just an update on that Deshler and Hamilton game that's in overtime. Deshler gets the first possession, and they score, and they go up in that game tonight by a score. Yes, Trey.
Plainview, Alexandria, about to go final 42-14 Plainview.
42-14, the Bears advance, and what a great year, Phil, for the Plainview Bears. Now 12-0, headed to the quarterfinals, and they will face the Good Hope Raiders, as Plainview will travel over to Coleman County next week to take on the Raiders, who surprised unbeaten West Morgan tonight.
Yeah, big surprise there. Of course, that's a great atmosphere over at Good Hope. That stadium built into the side of a ridge, and, it's a great place to have a football game. That will be a great matchup next week when Plainview goes over to Good Hope. But, yes, that was a surprise. Miss Morgan has been dominating all season long, but, you got to get hot at the right time, and that's what happens. Plainview's hot, Good Hope's hot. So, there's some teams playing some good football going into the playoffs. Scottsboro's another one. So, that next week, that Good Hope Plainview game is going to be a dandy. Yeah,
Good Hope, a bit of a surprise this year. Pisgah, I think, played Good Hope in a jamboree earlier in the season, and that was a good close game to start off the season. But Good Hope, they've had a great year now, 10-2 on the season as they advance, and will play the Plainview Bears next Friday night in Coleman County. The game down in Fairhope tonight is going final. Central of Phoenix City has defeated Fairhope 34-15. So we know the matchups for next week. Thompson travels to Central of Phoenix City, and it'll be Auburn, and they'll be at home as they'll be hosting Opelika. Those two teams obviously have played earlier this year, and a big rivalry game in the semifinals. So you're going to have huge rivalry games going on. Some great matchups next week, as 7A will be in their semifinals next week, as we'll be in the Elite Eight in all other 6 classifications. Phil, you got anything before we go to break?
No, that's all the update. The Pisgah game is still 38-33 in favor of the Eagles in the fourth quarter. And
Anniston has gone final. 44-12 is the final score there, as Anniston has defeated Madison Academy 44-12 this evening, and they will advance to play the winner of Hamilton and Deshler, a game that's in overtime right now. And also another final score in this one in Class 5A, where Viger has defeated Northside 49-28 is a final score in that one. And St. Michael's in Class 4A defeats Pleasant Grove 41-7. St. Michael's unbeaten on the year, ranked number 1 in Class 4A. Congratulations to the student athletes of the week this week. Our male student athlete was Landon Watkins, who plays football at Pisgah High School, and Isley Hicks, who plays basketball at Southeastern High School. Student Athlete of the Week is made possible each and every week by Bring Your Own Bids Retail and Mike Richards Automotive.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy for less. You can buy for less.
Friday nights in the fall are special nights in our communities. It's when everyone comes together to cheer for our football teams, bands, and cheerleaders. This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. As you enjoy this football Friday night, I would like for you to think about the young people who are making decisions right now that could put their future at risk. Drugs are destroying the lives of our youth. Help us stop drug activity by reporting it to DeKalb County Sheriff's Office. Call us at 845-3801.
The deals keep rolling at Wilkes Tire Battery Service. Now through November 30th, we're giving $100 off any set of 4 Goodyear or Kelly branded tires. That's instant savings on quality tires from the brands you know, installed by the experts you trust. And there's more. When you combine our offer with Goodyear's current rebate, you can save up to $300. Visit one of our 12 locations today to take advantage of this offer while it lasts, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden. And remember, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
At First Southern Bank, we've been serving our community since 1935, starting small, growing strong, and always investing in what matters more, you. From personal checking to business loans, we're here to help you save smarter, borrow with confidence, and build a stronger future. We're local, we're homegrown, and we're still growing, one customer at a time. Visit Greg or Clint at the Boaz branch and experience banking built on trust, service, and hometown values. First Southern Bank, banking with heart since 1935, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
Take the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard with you wherever you go. Download our free WQSB app for your phone and smart device. Now, back to the scoreboard on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
And welcome back in, Jeff Allen, Phil Harris. Trey is in the room tonight, and Andrew and Anthony and Seth all busy working, trying to get all the final scores on our 52 games here in week 2 of the high school football playoffs. And again, we're going to run through all our scores now. The finals, the partials, still looking for all the final scores. Most of them should be final tonight, except for the games that may be in overtime right now, as looking for in Class 7A tonight, Phil, it was Thompson over Mary Montgomery. That score was 54-0. Central of Phoenix City was a winner over Fairhope, 34-15. Auburn defeats Daphne tonight, 40-0, and Opelika was a winner over Baker, 35-7 this evening. Next week it'll be Central of Phoenix City at home hosting Thompson. And it looks like Opelika will make the short trip to Auburn to take on the Auburn Tigers in the semifinals in Class 7A.
All right, Jeff, got one final in Class 6A, southern part of the bracket. Hueytown has won. The final score there over Russell County was 49-29. That just has gone final. Got a final in 1A also. McKenzie in the southern part of the bracket beats Autauga Academy 52 to 20, as that one has gone final. In Class 6A, northern part of the bracket, we have the finals in. It was Muscle Shoals winning over Parker 17 to 14, while Mountain Brook went in and jumped out to an early lead on Fort Payne and built up a 35-0 lead at the half. It was just one of them nights. It was all Spartans in that first half. Fort Payne didn't have a turnover or a penalty, but the Spartans of Mountain Brook could do no wrong, and they win at 35-14. They'll host Muscle Shoals next week. Clay Chalkville was a winner over Gadsden City 44-7, while Homewood beat Hartselle 31-24. So Clay Chalkville will be at home against Homewood next week. Southern part of the bracket, Benjamin Russell, they just seem to find a way. Everybody plays them tough, but they just seem to find a way to win, and they do it again tonight. They knock off Theodore 21-14. Hueytown, as I just told you, they beat Russell County. They're now 7-5 on the year. They won 49-29. Saraland, this game went back and forth. Great football game. Saraland scored late. They win it 35-31. Right now, Pike Road is leading over Bessemer City right now, 21-7.
That one is final Pike Road 28-6 over Bessemer City.
Was it 28-6 you said, Trey?
28-6, yes, sir.
All right. So that is a final. So all the finals are in there in Class 6A. We're looking for one final score in Class 5A this evening as right now Williamson's on top of Elmore County 42-14. That's Lake Williamson, the top-ranked team in Class 5A. They will advance. But looking at your finals in Class 5A, in the northern part of the bracket, it's Fairview over Jacksonville, 28-13. Scottsboro, impressive win for the Wildcats, 42-6 over St. Clair County. It was Moody defeating Priceville, 60-14, and Briarwood rolled over Russellville tonight, 42-7. Viger has defeated Northside 49-28. This game was close, and in the second half, Viger, the Wolves, pulled away to a big win, 49-28. Clay Central, a winner tonight over Andalusia, 21-2. It was Montgomery Catholic defeating Shelby County 38-15, and we told you that Williamson on top of Elmore County 42-14. And Phil, want to update you. It looks like Pisgah has just intercepted a pass, ran it back for a touchdown with about a minute and a half to go. It's now 44-33. So the Eagles, they've got a 2-score lead there. So they're up now off a pick six.
Yeah, so that's big. So it looks like they're going to advance on. Update on that Williamson-Elmore County game, Jeff. It's Williamson leading 42-14 as they play fourth quarter. In Class 4A, all finals in the northern part of the bracket, Good Hope was a winner over West Morgan as they win it 31-7. The Plainview Bears behind Owen Hope had a great night tonight as they dominated Alexandria 42-14. Anniston was a winner over Madison Academy. No surprise here. They're now 12-0 as they beat the Mustangs 44-12. Dominated this game from start to finish. Deschler in overtime, they have knocked off Hamilton. The final score there was 31-30. Hamilton was previously unbeaten. Now Deschler is 11-1. Southern part of the bracket, Jackson is leading over Handley 42-21. W.S. Neal beat American Christian 35-7. Bullock County is leading Mobile Christian 21-0, and St. Michael's has defeated Pleasant Grove. Final score there was 41-7.
Jackson Handley final 42-28 Jackson.
And Bullock County was the final 21-0. So we've got all the final scores in Class 4A. So next week's matchups will have Plainview taking on Good Hope, Anniston, and Hamilton will play. It'll be Jackson and W.S. Neal and Bullock County and St. Michael's. And those were your B matchups next week. Class 3A tonight. It was Mars Hill over Winfield 42-6. Geraldine has defeated Westbrook 31-15. Piedmont shuts out 5 36-0 in Gordo. A big second half in the Green Wave. They beat Colbert County 49-29. Glenwood was a winner over Trinity 40-7. It was Montgomery Academy shutting out Lee Scott 38-0. 2 games in progress that we don't have confirmed finals on at this time. Bayside was shutting out Randolph County 40-0. And at last report, we had Southside, Selma, and Cottage Hill all tied up 22-22.
In Class 3A, as we move on down, of course, Pisgah was leading late, as Jeff told you, intercepted pass for a touchdown. They're up 44-33. We'll keep our eye on that one as they play fourth quarter over Vincent. Southeastern, big win. They go on the road to Red Bay and bring home a win. This team just seems to get better and better each year. They have knocked off Red Bay, and should Pisgah win that game there, Southeastern would host Pisgah next week, incidentally. Coosa Christian, they win again, big over Lexington, 49-16. Tuscaloosa Academy was leading over Pleasant Valley 23-13 as they played in the fourth quarter. So it looks like we may have a rematch in the quarterfinal round between Coosa Christian and Tuscaloosa Academy. Southern part of the bracket, Luverne has advanced. They knocked off GW Long 29-0. Lynette beat Ariton 34-14, so that means Luverne will play Lynette next week. Southern part of the bracket, Reeltown up big over Cottonwood in the second half, 46-22. And it was Lochapoka and Providence Christian. They were tied at 14-14.
Okay, Providence Christian has scored in overtime. They're up 17-14. Lochapoka's turn with the ball. Also, Phil in Class 3A. Bayside Academy has defeated Randolph County 47-7. Trey, what have you got?
In that same bracket, Southside Selma wins 39-22 over Cottage Hill.
39-22. So they scored the final 17 points in that game to stay unbeaten and advance to the quarterfinal round next week, where they'll play Glenwood. In Class 1A, got 6 of the 8 finals tonight. It was Addison over Berry, 39-6. Understand Marion County on top of Appalachian, about 2 minutes to go in that game. Looks like that Marion County is going to knock off Appalachian tonight. Wadley wins again 52-8 over Meek. It was Hubbardville defeating Hackleburg 42-6. Southern Choctaw winner over University Charter 26-12. It was McKenzie defeating Autauga Academy 52-20. Leroy stayed unbeaten tonight 40-22 over Linden this evening. And then Maplesville was leading McIntosh 34-0. We hadn't got a confirmed final on that one as yet.
It's 48-0, but we just don't have a final yet.
48-0 is Maplesville. They may be the second best team in Class 1A. They may be on a crash course to play once again for the 1A state championship.
48-0 on that one.
Final score?
Final, 48-0.
Maplesville now headed into the quarterfinal round, and they'll play Southern Choctaw next week. And so any updates, guys, before we take a break and head into our second hour tonight? Be a part of the show this season by submitting your game day photos from the field to the sideline to the band to all the fans in the stands. Upload your photos from the game tonight on the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard Facebook page. You can show your school spirit and be part of the Friday night tradition, which is the High School Football Scoreboard.
Hey, it's Friday Night Lights. Cooler weather and great deals on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. Come see us before you buy your next vehicle. We do not have what you want. We'll order it for you. We have been in business for over 50 years and want to thank our customers and invite you to come see why people come see us again and again. The automobile business has changed, but Alexander Ford still values family, friendships, and good hometown people. Good luck to your school this football season, and come see us at Alexander Ford in Boaz.
Are you struggling with shortness of breath, chronic cough, or sleep issues? There's a new expert in town. Introducing Dr. Zulkarnain, a board-certified pulmonologist now accepting new patients right here in Gadsden. Whether it's asthma, COPD, or sleep apnea, we're here to help you breathe easier and live better. Riverview Pulmonary Associates, located in the Medical Arts Building at 303 Bay Street, Suite 100. Call 256-413-6520 to schedule your appointment with Dr. Zulkarnain today.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's Fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles & Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Atala, Alabama.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
You can listen to high school football action each week on WQSB's sister station. WKXX 102.9 brings you Hoax Bluff Eagles football, and Power 107.5 covers Albertville Aggie football. Now back to the scoreboard on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
Lake properties, mountain properties, residential or commercial. At Southern Elite Realty, they treat every property like it's their own. You can check them out at mysouthernerelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation. 52 games tonight, 104 teams that had the dream tonight. Half of those are going to be out after tonight. We're going to go forward with the Final Four in 7A field and the Elite Eight in all other classifications.
You know, it's a shame to all these teams that play all year long. It's a shame somebody's got to lose, but it just happens. Class 1A, northern part of the bracket, 3 of the 4 finals in. The one partial game, and it's counting down late. Looks like Appalachian Cinderella season is coming to a close. I don't know what it is about Marion County, but they always seem to do well come playoff time. It did go final. 28-13. Marion County has defeated Appalachian 28-13. They're always a force to be reckoned with when it comes to playoff time.
It's called tradition.
Yes.
They've got tradition.
Yeah. And
they're tough to knock out if they get in. And big win tonight at home. But a great year for the Appalachian Eagles. They go 11-0. They set a school record for number of wins. The most wins they ever had in a season was 10. This group lost tonight, but they had a great season setting the school record.
Yeah, and they had an opportunity. I mean, it was there for them, but they just fell 28-13. And Marion County is now 9-3 on the year. And like we say, it don't matter what their record is, they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Addison in 1A, they are always tough. They have knocked off Berry 39-6. That means Marion County and Addison will play next week in the quarterfinal round. It is over as Wadley has knocked off Meek by the final score of 52-8. Hubbartville has knocked off Hackleburg 42-6. And that means that Hubbartville will be taking on Wadley next week. Southern part of the bracket, Southern Choctaw over University Charter 26-12. Maplesville has beaten McIntosh 48-0. It was McKenzie winning over Autauga Academy 52-20, and Leroy beat Linden 40-22. So next week, Southern Choctaw will play Maplesville while McKenzie will take on Leroy.
Phil, I think the only score that we like is in Class 2A, and that's that Cottonwood and Reeltown game.
I'm watching it right now.
It looks like a Reeltown on top, 46-22.
56-28.
56-28 as Trey updates us there as that game plays late. It looks like that Reeltown is going to advance, but all the other scores are final tonight. In Pisgah tonight, the Eagles win 44-33. They got a pick six late, and that put them up by 2 scores, and the Eagles will advance. And they'll play Southeastern next week as the Mustangs on the road tonight at Red Bay They defeat the Tigers 28-21. Coosa Christian at home, another impressive win for the Conquers as they win 49-16 over Lexington tonight. And Tuscaloosa Academy ends the season for Pleasant Valley again. Congratulations to Coach Nix in Pleasant Valley. They set a school record for number of wins. Got their first playoff win in school history last week. They fell short tonight in Tuscaloosa, 23-13. Luverne was a winner tonight over GW Long, 29-0, and Lynette defeated Ayrton 34-14. In overtime tonight, Providence Christian has knocked off Lochapoka 17-14, and 56-28 the game. Late in the game, Reeltown leading Cottonwood in Class 2A.
In Class 3A, all finals are in. Mars Hill a winner over Winfield 42-6. Geraldine beat Westbrook 31-15. Piedmont was a winner over Gordo 49-29. So next week, Geraldine travels to Mars Hill. In case you folks haven't figured it out yet, Gordo will be traveling to the Field of Champions to take on Piedmont as they both advance. Southern part of the bracket, Glenwood over Trinity 40-7. Southside Selma beat Cottage Hill 39-22. It was Montgomery Academy over Lee Scott Academy 38-0. Bayside Academy beat Randolph County 47-7. So next week, Glenwood takes on Southside Selma, while Montgomery Academy will battle Bayside Academy.
We look at your 4A finals now. Of course, they're all in this evening, and surprise or two there in Class 4A, especially one that happened over in Trinity in Morgan County as West Morgan. They've had a great season again this year, went unbeaten, I think, for the third consecutive year in the regular season. The last couple of years, it's been Cherokee County that knocked out the Rebels. Tonight, it was the Good Hope Raiders as the Raiders went into West Morgan and defeated West Morgan 31-7. Impressive win for the Plainview Bears tonight. I thought this would be a close game, but Plainview blew it open early. Owen Hope had a big night rushing the football from the quarterback position, and the Plainview defense was outstanding tonight as they defeat Alexandria 42-14.
I want to add to that while you're talking about Owen Hope. I got sent his mother. Wendy sent me the statistics: 21 carries, 232 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He had a modest 3 of 5, 28 yards passing, but he done it with his legs. So a big night for Owen Hope, and hats off to the Plainview Bears.
A modest night for Owen Hope there. The modest passing to go with 250 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, and a big night for the Plainview Bears. Congratulations to Coach Dale Pruitt, and as the Bears go 12-0. It's the first time since 2000 that Plainview will advance to the quarterfinal round next week, and they'll travel to Good Hope. Anniston was a winner tonight. The Bulldogs, they stayed unbeaten 44-12 over Madison Academy. And Deschler, they just keep surviving as the Tigers in overtime tonight. I bet you Hamilton scored and went for 2 in this game, and lost the game 31-30 in overtime. The Hamilton Aggies were unbeaten, and they'll end their season at 11-1 as Deschler will host Anniston next week. Just wondering a couple of weeks, Phil, if we're going to have a game that we saw at Plainview back in in the preseason, I believe. Yes. Yeah. Plainview and Anniston played one another in the preseason there in the Jamboree, and that game could happen again in the semifinals. Also in 4A tonight, Jackson, they defeat Hanley 42-28. Jackson, the defending champion. I've just been updated. Anthony says that Deschler blocked the extra point.
Oh, okay.
Deschler blocked Hamilton's extra point. They did not go for 2, so the Tigers will advance there. W.S. Neal wins tonight over American Christian 35-7. Bullock County, they shut out Mobile Christian 21-0, and St. Michael's was a winner over Pleasant Grove 41-7. Just want to point out Bullock County, they were a number 3 seed out of Region 3, and they beat one of the 4 seeds that advanced last week, and that was Mobile Christian. So a number 3 seed advances there. But Bullock County will have to travel next week afield to St. Michael's, who was the number 1 team in the state, and they're coached by Philip Rivers, and his son is one of the best quarterbacks in the 2027 class, and a lot of folks recruiting his son as a quarterback.
Yeah, that would be amazing. You know, he came from Athens. I remember when I first started getting into radio, he was the big name over in Athens back years ago, and he's made a great career now, a good coaching career, and now his son is on the map now, so that's good to hear there. In Class, because we can kind of count him as a local boy since he's from Athens. In Class 5A, Fairview has knocked off Jacksonville 28-13, ending Jacksonville's Cinderella season. Fairview remains unbeaten. They are a very good defensive football team, and it showed tonight as they win 28-13 over Jacksonville to get to 12-0. How about the Scottsboro Wildcats? Now 8-4. This time, a lot of this was the defensive side of the football. They forced 3 turnovers in St. Clair County's first 3 possessions, got 2 touchdowns off of it, turned the ball over once themselves, but got up early 14-0, got the running game going, and never looked back as they knocked off St. Clair County by the score of 42-6. Moody, they win again. They beat Prosville 60-14, and Briarwood, now 7-5 on the year, they beat Russellville 42-7. Scottsboro will go to Fairview next week in the playoffs, and Briarwood will be taking on Moody. Southern part of the bracket, Viger over Northside 49-28. Clay Central was a winner over Andalusia. Final score there is 21-2. It was Catholic of Montgomery. They beat Shelby County 38-15. Williamson was a winner over Elmore County 42-14. So next week, Williamson will play Catholic of Montgomery, while Clay Central will take on Viger.
Real-time scores again, 63-28, a minute 48 to go.
So we're still not finished with that one. That's the last score we're looking for to complete our 52 games for this evening. Class 6A tonight, Muscle Shoals by field goal over Parker. The defending 6A state champions, they will not defend their title as Muscle Shoals advances, and they'll play Mountain Brook next week as Mountain Brook came out early. Phil tells me they returned a punt off of Fort Payne's first possession, 80 yards for a touchdown. That kind of set the tone for the game. They built a 35-0 lead. Fort Payne a couple of second-half touchdowns, but an impressive win by the Spartans tonight as they come to Fort Payne to Wildcat Stadium and win 35-14. Clay Chalkville, they roll over Gadsden City, an impressive win by the Cougars, 44-7 over Gadsden City. And Homewood and Hartselle, this one went back and forth, and Homewood wins it 31-24. In Class 6A in the southern part of the bracket, Benjamin Russell over Theodore tonight, 21-14. Hueytown knocks off Russell County, 49-29. Pike Road beats Bessemer City, 28-6. And Saraland and Spain Park, possibly one of the best games of the night here, as they went back and forth throughout the night, trading touchdowns and a couple of field goals. And Saraland wins that one 35-31.
In Class 7A, the semifinals are set. Thompson wins over Mary Montgomery 54-0, while Central of Phoenix City beat Fairhope 34-15. Auburn was a winner over Daphne 40-0, and Opelika beat Baker 35-7. So in your semifinal games, these two get together again. No strangers to each other. Thompson will have to travel to Central of Phoenix City, and that may be your state championship. We'll see. We don't know yet. And, of course, in the southern part, it will be Opelika taking on Auburn, and these two can kind of sort of spit on each other. They're not very far apart at all, so probably not much of a home field advantage, but Auburn will get to play at home.
And Auburn defeated Opelika earlier this year. Auburn was the number 2 seed, Opelika the number 3 seed. Both those teams are ranked in the top 10 in the final poll, but I still believe the state championship game is going to be played at Central of Phoenix City next week, Phil, as Central of Phoenix City and Thompson will play as Opelika beat Baker tonight, and, of course, Auburn over Daphne.
That Auburn-Opelika game will probably be the best environment in the playoffs by far.
There's no doubt about that. Next week it's going to be a great environment. Most of these will be next week. When you get to the Elite 8 round, that's some of the best football in the state of Alabama. And we'll have all the matchups coming up a little bit later on. And still waiting for one final score tonight, where Reeltown was on top of Cottonwood late 63-28. Wilburn's Waxing Solutions, specializing in recoating gymnasium hardwood floors, tile floors, and offering commercial cleaning contact Michael or Mikhail Wilburn at Wilburn's Waxing Solutions, or you can check them out on Facebook. It's 10:09, and this is the high school football scoreboard.
Since 1991, James Barbecue has been serving up mouth-watering barbecue starting from a humble food truck in Geraldine, Alabama. Now with 2 smoking locations, including Little James Barbecue in Rainsville, they're still cooking fresh food daily with homemade sauces you'll dream about. Don't forget steak night every Friday, hot off the grill and worth the trip. And Annie says,
"Come get my dad's barbecue. We're fired up to serve you."
James Barbecue or Little James Barbecue is always available for catering. James Barbecue, slow cooked and full of Southern flavor.
The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger strives to provide quality furniture for every lifestyle. Choose from entertainment centers, bedroom suites, dining tables, home accessories, bedding, and Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and chairs. The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio is located on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
Score Time Scoreboards, the only authorized fair play dealer in Alabama. Owners Avery and Patty Hendricks would like to thank all our loyal customers for your patronage and trusting us to help you keep score for the past 31 years. From the new Scoreboard video boards at Boaz and Douglas High School to all Scoreboard video boards at Birmingham City Schools and all points in between. Proudly serving the WQSB listening area with your scoring needs. No matter what team you root for, the game starts and stops with Score Time Scoreboards.
You can buy for less.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy for less. You can buy for less.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank, local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
Your Friday night football tradition continues. Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville.
And welcome back inside the studio tonight. Week 2 of the high school football playoffs. All the final scores in the book. We finally got a final in that 2A game in the South. It was Reeltown over Cottonwood, 63-28 for the final score. We want to welcome in Coach Michael Davis of the Geraldine Bulldogs. His Bulldogs, another impressive win tonight at home against Westbrook Christian. Good evening, Coach. Welcome into Scoreboard, and another great performance for your Bulldogs at home tonight.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on, Jeff.
Coach, talk about this football team, 11-1 on the year. The only loss coming to 5A Boaz back in the middle of the season, but impressive here what you've done. To me, especially in the playoffs against Rogers last week, scoring 59 points. And this Westbrook Christian team, they come in 10-1. They're on a hot streak coming in, and yet you handle business tonight at home.
Yeah, nothing but respect for what Westbrook does and Coach Smith and his staff do at Westbrook. They're an incredible football team, and as a high school football team, being able to play in November and have an opportunity like tonight just to play that game, in front of the community, in front of this crowd that we had. What an opportunity to coach in it, but also what an opportunity to play in it. And that's what we want. We want this experience for our kids, and we're super proud just to have another week together. You live week to week, and we're just glad to have another week together.
Coach, I want to talk about the game in just a moment, but congratulations to you. You go back to 2022, 9 wins, 12 wins, 9 wins last year, 11 wins this year. Talk about your program and what's made the difference in this Geraldine program, especially over the last 4 years.
These kids just love each other. They, it's not just a hobby around here. They live, eat, and breathe it, and they love each other, and the commitment to what we're doing, throughout the off season, throughout the year, they're truly committed to what we're doing. They love each other. When you do that and you put a group of young men together that love each other, that want to play, and they're selfless, you can do special things. And, I just get tickled to death for them to accomplish things they set out to do, before the season, and they're just a joy to coach.
Well, Coach, I know the kids play hard for you, but you put in the work. Your staff puts in the work. It's been a collaborative effort there at Geraldine to put together an impressive streak like you've done. Here you're headed to the quarterfinals again. That's like 3 out of the last 4 years going to the quarterfinals, semifinals a couple of years ago. This has just been a great run for you and your staff.
It has, and our staff, our community, our quarterback club, our administration, it's just the buy-in is just incredible. It really is. And, I couldn't ask for a better staff. Our staff works extremely hard. They love this school and this community, and it means just as much to them, as it does our community, because half our staff's from here, and the ones that aren't from here have really embodied, our culture here, and they felt like they've been here their whole life. And that's what we want. We're really a close-knit community, and we're just super proud for our community. It allows them to have something to do on Friday night, and they support us. And it's just really a good time to be a Geraldine Bulldog.
Well, Coach, talk a little bit about the game tonight. And I know you got up, maybe Westbrook even scored first. You came back and tied it up and then kind of took control of the football game. Talk about some of the big plays in the game that you thought and some of the young men that made those plays for you.
Yeah, so, we got the ball first and ended up having to punt. Westbrook took the ball and went down and scored, and, so we had to handle some adversity pretty early. And our guys handled it well. In the second quarter, we ended up, I haven't looked at stats or anything like that, but we ended up creating explosive play in the pass game and scored there and tied it up, and was able to create 2 more touchdowns before half, 1 in the half, 21-7. Then we had some more explosive plays in the pass game. John Beck hit Cooper Johnson for he had a big one-handed grab to continue a drive, and then we came back and had another explosive play in the pass game that set up another, both of those 2 plays set up 2 big touchdowns there in the second half. And, and then we had a big field goal by Lucas Phillips hit a field goal as well that put us up 31-7 there, and they scored a touchdown. We couldn't really get the ball moving. We could have put the game away earlier, and we couldn't get the ball moving. And Westbrook did a really good job of going down and scoring and giving themselves an opportunity to for an onside kick. They ended up going for 2 and getting it, and didn't get the onside kick and were able to put it away. They battled all the way to the end, and I'm super proud of our guys for staying in the football game and just battling it out. But yeah, there's a couple of plays there that really were the defining moments of the game, and I really feel like it was that touchdown there in the second quarter, that explosive touchdown pass that really got us back in it, and then we were able to read some things and do it the way we wanted to, and really had some really good decision making by John Beck Wade at quarterback, and just super proud of him. I mean, defensively, we did a really good job. Our defensive line did an excellent job handling them up front, and we didn't do a real good job on the perimeter at times, but I felt like we settled down and adjusted to the speed and was able to, play there in the second half.
Well, Coach Davis, this is Phil Harris. Of course, coming into this game, Westbrook very balanced. They run, throw. Their quarterbacks, very dangerous running the football. Your guys, a lot of times you're run heavy. You want to control the football game. Did you feel like that was an important part of this game? No matter if you had to throw it or run it, you had to keep control of the football.
Yes. Yeah, you got to you got to do what the defense is giving you, and they know that we're a heavy run football team and what we want to do, and they were set up, to kind of stop some of those things with loading the box and things, and we knew that we had to throw the football. There's times we had to throw the football, and we were able to connect, and there's times we didn't tonight. Still, unfortunately, we had guys wide open, and just for whatever it may have been, we had drops and things like that, things we want back. But we were able to take what they give us. That's kind of how we live. We want to run the football, but if people are going to give us, passes and it's going to open up. So we just really just take what the defense gives us.
Well, Coach, a lot of people ask me, how is Coach Davis so successful at Geraldine? And part of what I'll tell them, I said, well, the thing is, I think about what Coach Davis is, his kids respect every opponent, and it's not like everybody does this, but it don't matter if you're playing Fife or Asbury or Westbrook or Mars Hill. You guys play close to the best, and it seems like you do a great job of keeping these kids head on us, head in the game, in that they don't look ahead and they just play a faceless opponent every week.
Yes, and that's always the goal, to get a little better each week, and that's kind of how we live. And if we're up by 60, we're not performing the way we need to perform. They know that that's not our standard. That's not what we want. We don't really, our games aren't really dictated on the scoreboard. It's really how we play from play to play, really, and that's how we grade film. We don't ever really talk about a scoreboard or anything like that, and that's how they're wired. They want to be the best version of themselves, play in, play out, and they live play to play, and that's just who we are. We lift on game days. It doesn't matter who we're playing. We're going to prepare the same way. We're going to practice the same way. We're going to practice at a high level, and if we're not practicing at a high level, they know that that's not the standard that we want, and that's just hats off to them, too, for buying into that. That's what we expect, but, as a kid, you don't have to buy into that, and they choose to do that, and they want to be held to that standard. They want to be coached hard because they're ultimate competitors, and they want to win, and they just buy into it and really want to be held to that standard, even when on the days they don't feel like it.
Well, Coach, the Geraldine Bulldogs a winner tonight, 31-15. You've got a common opponent. These guys. You've seen them, 2 out of the last 3 years? Mars Hill, you beat them a couple of years ago. Then last year they went on the state championship after that tough loss. Played them very close. So these guys, and how tough it's going to be next week on the road.
Yes, sir. We'll be on the road, and we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to another Friday night, and just it should be a good one. We expect our crowd and our community to travel and get behind us, and that's what you want. It's the type of game you want to go to in November for sure.
Yeah, Coach, headed back to the Elite Eight. Congratulations to you and your staff and, of course, the football team. And thanks for spending a few minutes with us this week on Scoreboard.
Hey, thank you for having me on.
That's Coach Michael Davis, done an outstanding job here in his 5th year as head man of the Geraldine Bulldogs. The 3rd double-digit win season for him. He won 12 in 2023. Well, actually, this is a second. He's had 2 9-win seasons and now 11-1 season for the Geraldine Bulldogs. 31-15 win tonight.
We talk about teams that are dangerous during the playoffs. We were talking about Marion County. I think Geraldine's starting to fall into that fold. If they get in the playoffs, watch out. They're going to be a tough out. I don't care who you play. You better not count. You better not take them lightly, because this team just finds a way to stay in a football game. And Mars Hill's going to have to come to play next week, because Geraldine's going to show up.
Again, they're familiar opponents.
Yeah.
Geraldine played them as close as anyone did last year on their way to a state championship. It's going to be a great game. Geraldine will have to travel next week on the road to Mars Hill. Mars Hill a winner tonight over Winfield, 42-6. Geraldine defeats Westbrook 31-15. Piedmont shuts out Fife tonight, 36-0. Gordo was a winner over Colbert County, 49-29. In the Northern 3A bracket, Gordo comes to the Field of Champions next week. You've got all teams that are ranked. Those teams were ranked all season. I think you're looking at 2 unbeaten teams at 12-0 in Mars Hill, and Geraldine's lost 1 and Gordo's lost 1. So very good football next week in Class 3A in the Northern bracket in the Elite 8 round. Southern Elite Realty, serving all of North Alabama. Let Jerry O'Neill and his veteran team of agents provide you with the winning experience. Check them out at mysouthernelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Dreaming of the perfect backyard? Now booking for next year. From stunning 3D designs to one-on-one service, Martinez Pools will bring your vision to life in 2026. Vinyl, fiberglass, or Gunite pools, landscaping, sod, irrigation, and waterfalls, outdoor kitchens, hot tubs, and putting greens. Full turnkey service from start to finish. Schedule your spot now. Our openings for next year are limited. Call 256-452-8464 today to reserve your project and make your home the place where kids come to play and memories are made.
Pax Nursery and Garden Center on Highway 168 between Boaz and Kilpatrick reminds you fall is time for planting, and they have a large selection of fruit trees, blackberry plants, grapevines, blueberry bushes, shade and flowering trees, encore azaleas, hydrangeas, roses, hollies, boxwoods, and much more. They also have mulch, pine straw, concrete pots, and statuary. Follow them on Facebook to see what's new. Pax Nursery and Garden Center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and Saturdays till noon.
Flu and COVID season is right around the corner. Are you ready? At Riverview Advanced Medicine, your neighborhood nurse practitioner, Lisa Foreman, is ready to help keep you and your family protected. We offer flu shots, COVID boosters, and same-day sick visits, all with compassionate, expert care. Y si, hablamos español. Walk-ins welcomed. Appointments welcomed. Call 256-546-1445 to schedule yours today. Stay healthy this season with care that's close to home.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Attala, Alabama.
Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville, the most listened to scoreboard in the state of Alabama. Here's your hosts, Jeff Allen and Phil Harris.
And special thanks to our Team of the Week sponsors again this season, Dixie Designs, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. We handed out Team of the Week T-shirts to athletes and coaches in 7 counties here in the 2025 season. And we want to thank Dixie Designs, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. We could not do it without them here at the High School Football Scoreboard.
And we couldn't do it without the fans who listen. We appreciate you. It's playoff time. And again, we appreciate you spending some time with us on your way home after playoff night. And of course, we've got all the finals in. In Class 6A, get it started. Muscle Shoals, they had to battle. They're now 11-0. They beat Parker 17-14. Mountain Brook got an 80-yard punt return to kind of get things started, and it just everything went Mountain Brook's way. It's just one of those nights where the Spartans did whatever they did, it went right. and they knock off Fort Payne. Fort Payne finishes 10-2. They win 35-14. Clay Chalkville was a winner over Gadsden City, 44-7, and Homewood slipped past Hartselle in a good one, 31-24. So next week, Muscle Shoals will play Mountain Brook, and Homewood will play Clay Chalkville. Bottom part of the 6A bracket, which is the South, Benjamin Russell over Theodore, 21-14. Hueytown beat Russell County, 49-29. Pike Road, they beat Bessemer City, 28-6. Saraland was a winner over Spain Park, 35-31. So next week, Saraland will play Pike Road, and Hueytown will battle Benjamin Russell.
Let's look at your 5A scores in North and South Alabama in the 8 games played tonight. It was Fairview. They defeated Jacksonville. It was 7-7 at one point. Fairview pulled away and didn't look back as the Aggies now 12-0 on the year. They beat Jacksonville tonight 28-13. Impressive win for Coach Tyler Vann and the Scottsboro Wildcats at home against St. Clair County. They controlled the game, dominated it tonight, got up 42-0. St. Clair County scored late, but Scottsboro wins it 42-6. They'll be on the road next week. They'll play at Fairview next Friday night. Moody, the Blue Devils played for a state championship last year, finished second in the state to Catholic of Montgomery. They're an impressive team this year. They're 10-2. As they defeat Priceville tonight, 60-14, and Briarwood was a winner over Russellville, 42-7. Phil and I discussed this Briarwood team before we went on the air. They were 5-5 overall, but they were the number 1 seed. They won their region in Region 5 with a 5-5 record, but they're a good football team. They beat Russellville tonight at home, 42-7. In the southern part of the bracket, Northside was unbeaten until tonight. Viger, the Wolves beat them 49-28. It was Clay Central over Andalusia, 21-2, as Coach Danny Horn continues to pile up victories this year. Catholic of Montgomery, your defending state 5A champion, and they win tonight on the road at Shelby County, 38-15. And Williamson, they were the number 1 team in Class 5A at the end of the year. They win tonight over Elmore County, 42-14. Williamson travels to Catholic of Montgomery next week. And, of course, Clay Central will play at Viger. Briarwood will play at Moody. And Scottsboro, and they will play at Fairview next Friday night.
Drop down to Class 4A, northern part of the bracket. Good Hope, this was a bit of a surprise. They played over at Trinity. West Morgan was 11-0 on the season, but Good Hope took it to them. It was 7-7 at one point, but Good Hope just run away with this game in the second half as they went at 31-7. How about the Plainview Bears? Of course, the folks are going to tell you up at Rainsville, Too Much Blue. They beat Alexandria 42-14. A big shout out to a couple of members of that team I've gotten to know lately. Grant Hampton, Owen Hope, Sawyer Wilburn, and Cy Traylor had big nights tonight, especially Owen Hope. And the Plainview Bears move on into the quarterfinal round as they beat Alexandria 42-14, and will travel to Good Hope next week. It is Anniston. They won over Madison Academy in impressive style, 44-12. Wore all black tonight, and they made it miserable on the Mustangs as they move on to the quarterfinal round. Deschler blocked an extra point in overtime. They knocked off Hamilton, who was unbeaten. Deschler now 11-1 as they win 31-30. So next week, Anniston will have to travel to Deschler. Southern part of the bracket, Jackson was a winner over Handley, 42-28. W.S. Neal beat American Christian 35-7. Bullitt County was a winner over Mobile Christian, 21-0. And St. Michael's knocked off Pleasant Grove, 41-7. So next week, W.S. Neal will travel to Handley, while Bullitt County travels to St. Michael's.
Moving on to Class 3A tonight. In Class 3A, it was Mars Hill. They stayed unbeaten. The defending 3A state champion knocks off Winfield 42-6. The Geraldine Bulldogs at home tonight. They roll over Westbrook 31-15. The Piedmont Bulldogs, they went over 5 tonight, 36-0, dominating that football game. Big night for Raleigh Pinto. And as we told you earlier, it was the first time that the Fife Red Devils have been shut out since 1999. The last team to do that, the Plainview Bears, back in 1999. A streak of 343 games since the Red Devils have been shut out. And Piedmont did it tonight at the Field of Champions, 36-0. The Green Wave of Gordo defeats Colbert County 49-10. 30-29. Southside Selma was a winner over Cottage Hill 39-22. It was Glenwood over Trinity 40-7. Montgomery Academy shuts out Lee Scott Academy 38-0. And Bayside Academy was a winner over Randolph County 47-7. Next week, Geraldine travels to Mars Hill. Piedmont will host Gordo. It'll be Southside Selma at home hosting Glenwood, and Montgomery Academy will be on the road as they will play at Bayside Academy next week.
Jeff, I want to back up. I don't know if you knew this or not. Talking about the Plainview Bears, Dale Pruitt, tonight was his 501st game as a head coach.
Well, speaking of that, of that, let's get him on the radio right now. Good evening, Coach Pruitt. Welcome in to Scoreboard, and congratulations on a very impressive win tonight for your football team over a very good Alexandria team.
Thank you. I'm tickled to death. Our kids played well for 4 quarters. I don't say enough about our coaches. They coach and I cheerlead. But they did a heck of a job, as they do every week. And but our kids played exceptionally well, doing what they was asking them to do, and I'm very proud of it.
Coach, it had to be an honor for the school and the football team to be broadcast tonight across the entire state of Alabama. We sit here at the radio station and watch the game tonight, and that had to be an honor for you, the staff, and the football team and the school to be featured like that.
It was a great honor. It's an humbling experience, but we were and we were proud of our kids. The night and all the everything that when you on TV, you start 12 minutes later and all this kind of stuff. Little distractions that we don't normally have on Sand Mountain, but that our kids did a really good job through all of it and just handled it well and done a very good job. In all parts of the ball game, we had all their extra points. We kicked our ball off well. We tackled on the kickoff well. So our kicking game was pretty well. And defensively, give up 7 points. The young guys give up the last one, and offense, I think they scored on their first, 6 or 7 possessions, however many times we scored. But it was a very, very well played game.
Well, Coach, Owen Hope had a great game tonight, watching him from here. But, again, part of that is what happens up front. And your offensive and defensive lines this entire year has really been dominant in every game that you played.
Well, the line of scrimmage is what it's all about. And I'm going to call some guys' names. Hope had 21 rushes for 232 yards and 4 touchdowns. Hodgins had 12 rushes for 80 yards and a touchdown, and Guess had 7 rushes for 27 yards and a touchdown. Hope had 3 for 5 throwing for 28 yards. Hodgins caught for 1 for 17, Sandlin for 7, and Trailer for 4. 5 Trailer. Offensively, the offensive line did an excellent job. White plays tackle. Hampton plays guard. Gardner plays center. Blackwell plays right guard. Holland plays right tackle. Trailer plays tight end. And Tim Horton plays the other tight end when we used to. So they did a very good job. Very proud of them. Defensively, it was a whole. I was trying to get to all the tackles, but I couldn't. I know that. Well, my eyes are eclipsing on me. Curry had an interception, and it was caused by, I think, we had a rush on Lingerfeld, was coming off the edge and caused him to. So that was a good play for both of them. But I know Curry and Ledbetter made a bunch of tackles. Manister's getting better each week. The linebacker and Johnson played well, and across the front you got Horton, Sanford, Better, Feeney. Lingerfeld played well. The corners were Sandlin and Wilburn. They played well. Holland played some on defense, and Trailer played some on defense also. So that whole bunch, has played well all season. And might be the most improved player on our team is our Alec Rice. He was perfect on his extra points tonight, and he kicked the ball pretty much where we tried to get him to, as far as we wanted to squib it or kick it this way or that way. And so it was a complete game. And hopefully we're peaking at the right time. So, we'll get ready to play one more week.
Of course, Coach, this is Phil Harris. Of course, you've done this for many years, and you know when it comes to playoff time, defense is the key. And, of course, Alexandria, J.J. Beeson, he run for over 300 yards last week. Of course, I guess the game plan today was get the ball into your best players' hands, and, of course, one of those is Owen Hope, and try to shut down their running game by controlling the football. Is that pretty much the game plan for tonight?
Yes, we wanted to keep, as long as we could keep their offense off the field, we felt like they had, in 4A, some teams play 22 players, and some teams play a lot of the same players both ways, and they play a lot of the same players both ways. So it takes more out of you to play defense. So we felt like if we could control the football and especially if we could get ahead of them and make them have to, fight to try to get back, get a 2-score lead, and which we did, and we did a very good job controlling the football and letting the clock run.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you about this. I mean, this is it's a football question, but not a football question. You've been coaching a lot of years. Has this team been fun to coach?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The fun about this team is there's several kids on this team that are better right now than they ever dreamed about being, just to be totally honest with you. They struggled. They've not won a whole lot all the way, in this particular age group, except for the bunch that are seniors now. They've won when it was their time, but they've had to play when they were freshmen. And it's pretty tough when you go out there as a freshman. Everybody says, man, he starts as a freshman, but it ain't no fun if you go out there and get beat 6 games or 5 games or 7 games or whatever, and you having to bang around and all that kind of stuff. And so, I'm just proud that they stuck it out and stayed with the program, and now then they're getting to enjoy the other side of it.
Well, Coach, big win tonight, 42-14 over Alexandria. Got it on the road for the first time next week over to Coleman County to take on Good Hope, a very good team. A couple of tough losses for them to very good teams from Fairview and also Hamilton this year. So this is a very good team you're facing. It seems like they're getting hot here at playoff time.
Well, when you get, when you get in the playoffs like this, it's the teams that are playing the best at the time. And there's a lot of good football teams that's already got beat in this playoff. And so we got to, enjoy it tonight and try to come back and go 1-0 next week. But it starts, film work and making sure we take care of ourselves and we're healthy for next week.
Well, Coach, congratulations to you and the staff and, of course, the football team. 42-14 win over Alexandria tonight, and we wish you the best next week against Good Hope, and thanks for visiting with us tonight on Scoreboard.
Thank you, and thank you for all y'all do.
Thank you, Coach Pruitt. We appreciate it. Kind words from one of the best.
Yeah, one of the best. 501 games coaching high school football. It's been an amazing career for Coach Pruitt, and he's not ever won a state championship. Could this be the year? Could it be destiny? We'll find out. Those kids are really playing well. I mean, this Plainview team is playing as well as anybody.
They go back to 1990, and I believe 91 they played for the state championship in back-to-back years and lost those 2 games, finished runner-up. But this team is 12-0. They'll go to Good Hope next week. They're in the Elite 8. And congratulations to them. And congratulations to our student athletes of the week this week. The male athlete of the week was Landon Watkins, who plays football at Pisgah High School. And our female athlete of the week was Isley Hicks, who plays basketball at Southeastern High School. Student athlete of the week is made possible each week by Bring Your Own Bids Retail and Mike Richards Automotive. Thanks for listening to the High School Football Scoreboard.
Support your favorite team in school colors from Dixie Designs, Denson Avenue in Boaz. Dixie Designs can create a logo or custom artwork for your school, church, business, or upcoming event. From screen printing to embroidery, the team at Dixie Designs can do it all. T-shirts, caps, sweats, jackets, polos, uniforms, and much more. Dixie Designs is the official printer of the WQSB Team of the Week T-shirts. Dixie Designs, 415 Denson Avenue in Boaz. Quality sportswear that you can wear every day.
Hey, it's Friday Night Lights. Cooler weather and great deals on new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs at Alexander Ford in Boaz. Come see us before you buy your next vehicle. We do not have what you want. We'll order it for you. We have been in business for over 50 years and want to thank our customers and invite you to come see why people come see us again and again. The automobile business has changed, but Alexander Ford still values family, friendships, and good hometown people. Good luck to your school this football season, and come see us at Alexander Ford in Boaz.
The deals keep rolling at Wilkes-Barre Battery Service. Now through November 30th, we're giving $100 off any set of Ford, Goodyear, or Kelly branded tires. That's instant savings on quality tires from the brands you know, installed by the experts you trust. And there's more. When you combine our offer with Goodyear's current rebate, you can save up to $300. Visit one of our 12 locations today to take advantage of this offer while it lasts, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden. And remember, at Wilkes-Barre Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Hi, this is Brent Rhodes, candidate for DeKalb County Commission President. As a lifelong resident of DeKalb County, I care deeply about our people, our values, and our future. On May the 19th, I would truly appreciate your vote. I'm committed to working hard for our community and helping move DeKalb County forward. Best of luck to all of our local teams this year. We're proud of you.
Paid political advertisement by Brent Rhodes, Crossville, Alabama.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Atala, Alabama.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner of Southern Elite Realty. We're so proud to be a part of the WQSB family and honored to help bring you the Friday Night Scoreboard.
And we are back on the high school football scoreboard. 2A tonight, Pisgah, a big winner over Vincent this evening. A game that was close throughout, but Pisgah, big interception at the end of the game, a pick six, and the Eagles pull away to a 44-33 win. Also tonight, Southeastern, the Mustangs on the road. They beat Red Bay 28-21. Coosa Christian was a winner tonight over Lexington 49-16, and Tuscaloosa Academy beat Pleasant Valley 23-13. Right now, we've got Pisgah coach Adam Gilbert on the line with us. Last week, we were talking to Coach Gilbert, and he kind of disappeared. But we got him back tonight, and good evening, Coach Gilbert, and congratulations on a big win for your football team at home tonight against Vincent.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. It was a big win for us, community. It was a wild, crazy game. Definitely people that paid their money got their money's worth tonight for sure.
Coach, it's kind of an offensive shootout for both, but then I guess the end of the game, to me, may have been one of the biggest plays that kind of put the game into a situation where Vincent had to score a couple of scores late with the pick six. That had to be a big play there in the fourth quarter.
It was. so much happened. It's one of the craziest games I've been a part of in 20 years. I couldn't even begin to tell you what all happened, but we elected to punt. I think it's the sixth time we punt all year long with about 3 minutes to go. The scoreboard went out, so didn't really know how much time was on the clock. It was crazy. Dropped the punt, but got it off anyways, got a defense out there, and at the time was up 5. It was about 4 minutes to go, and, was able to get a sack and then get them behind the sticks. And then Jake Johnson, a senior for us, it's never played since he was a 7th grader, come in, and 2 drives in a row had interceptions. And had a pick six there at the end to kind of ice it for us for sure. But it's one of those things that every situation and game you can think of come up, and our kids, our seniors have for 4 years in a row they played in at least 13 games. Yeah. So that showed off tonight because we never flinched.
Yeah, Coach, I sit here and look, 11 wins in 22, 12 wins in 23, 11 last year, and now 10 this year. So double-digit wins, the most wins for any senior class, I'm sure, in the history there at the Pisgah High School.
It is. It's an exceptional group, and it's an exceptional group, and we've had 2 senior classes 2 previous years that were exceptional groups. And, some really all-time Pisgah great players in the last 2 years have graduated, and yet this team just keeps rebounding. And, a lot of people wrote them off because people's graduated. It's just, I heard Coach Pruitt talking about how fun it is to coach that group of coaches, and I'm sure it is the same here at Pisgah. They're just winners. They just expect to win. Nothing phases them. Things didn't go right for us early on, but our kids never flinched. And, and it just tests their testament. It sets the schedule we played. We made this schedule a couple of years ago, and Coach Pruitt and I got together and, really want to challenge ourselves. We played Good Hope and Jamboree, and then, of course, play Plainview. Them two's playing next week. Of course, 5's 5, and Randolph's a good team. We just, Pleasant Valley, had a good showing tonight, and it just goes to show you why you schedule those games, and then it allows you to, in situations like this, to come through. And there's a big change for us tonight just because we've been there before, and I think it was a big difference in the game.
Well, Coach, you talked about your senior class. I think there were 12 seniors, you told us, in the preseason on this football team. But I know there's a lot of good seniors, great seniors there. But we met one today. He was our student athlete of the week, and it was Landon Watkins. And I know he and others are your leaders on this football team. Great young man. It
is. It's the hardest job I have is electing 4 captains each week because there's really about 9 of them deserve to be. And, up front, we start 4 seniors on the offensive line, and, we can't do it without them. Defensive line, 3 or 4 starters are seniors. And the line of scrimmage still wins. You got to run the football and stop the run in the playoffs. And, that it starts with them. But our skilled players get most attention, and they get it for a reason. They're really good players. Landon got some offers, and rightfully so deserves more. Gets a lot of attention as he should. But Jeffries hurt his ankle last week in the first half, and he's our running back. He couldn't just play tonight. He played a couple plays, and that just goes again and shows our senior leadership stepped up. Kate Duncan, Jackson Smalley, Caleb Jenkins. They're skilled players everywhere that make plays for us. That all those are seniors that I have no idea how we're going to replace them. We'll worry about that hopefully about 4 weeks from now. But they all contribute, made plays, play different positions they're not used to playing just because, again, they're just winners. I don't know what to say about them. They're just winners.
Well, Coach, this is Phil Harris. Of course, last year, this team was expected to be good. A lot of pressure on this team. This team, like you had talked about, nobody really knew what to expect other than you got 12 seniors, a lot of experience come back. And, of course, you had some shortfalls against Fife and at Plainview. But do you feel like after that Plainview game, this team kind of sort of started putting itself together and finding its identity? Because I felt like each week after that, they seemed to get better and better each week.
Especially defensively. We've scored points all year long, but we just couldn't stop people trying to run the football. And we had to change our front. We've been an even front team since Coach Pruitt took over, but we just don't have a lot of defensive linemen, so we've had to go to to a 3-man front and move people around and try to create negative plays. Coach Kirby and Coach Arnold have led that attack, and it's been great for our kids. It's not easy. I mean, you completely, and our kids played in that defense for 6 years. They knew it like the back of their hand, and you completely change. But again, it just goes to show into the fortitude and just the willingness to do whatever it takes to win from our kids. Because as you said, each week we've got better. We're so close in the first half to get them off every drive they had. They had a 4th and long. Things just couldn't go right. But I think it's a really good football team. They got a bunch of really good football players, and so I can sit here and say we could have done this and done that one by more. But at the end of the day, they played really well too. Wise man wants to survive in advance to get to this point, and we did. But yes, to your point, defensively we've just got so much better, and it's fun to watch teams buy in and do the things you ask them to, even though it may not be what they want to do. And these kids, they do that each and every day.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you about this. One player you didn't mention, and I think this young man has been pivotal to your offense, and it always is at quarterback, Cutter Mays. How important has he been to your football team?
Well, in the spring, of course, I go back to the spring, we played Marion County, Tennessee. We won a state championship there last year. Again, just trying to push our kids. He didn't even win the job, and him and Jackson Smalley kind of fought it out. We wanted Cutter to win it, but he just, he's a young sophomore, didn't know if he could do it. And this summer, he sold out to it, and it wasn't the fact that I knew he should be our quarterback, but I told him, I said, I can't play at quarterback if you don't win the team. I got 12 seniors over there, and you got to win them over. And that's the most impressive thing he's done, because that's a tight-knit group of seniors, and he won them over. And it is his team, and to see his growth and development, it's just been amazing to watch. He's a baller when the game comes on. He's a winner. He's a gunslinger, and he's done everything we've asked him to do and more. And the most important position in sports. I'll argue anybody wants to fight with me about that. And if it's quarterback, you can't win without one. And I'm probably sure they got him. I'm probably got him about 4 more years after this too.
Well, Coach, I want to ask you about this. I mean, every coach, kind of sort of a little bit of a kid comes out in them when it gets this time of year. You had some fond memories, I know, back when I was doing the ball games when you played against Vincent. Are these the kind of matchups you look forward to, because you got to play against a team like this, and tonight you face those same type of athletes?
Yeah, you get in the playoffs, they're all fun, playing teams you're not used to. It got brought up. Some of the kids asked this week, hey, didn't we all play Vincent, 25 years ago? Last Thursday night, Coach Tidmore and Coach Betts and I, we went in there to watch Vincent play, and I said, that's first time and I called Coach Kirby, both of them said, hey, first time I've been to Vincent 25 years. So, but, it is. Every matchup's fun, just playing people you're not used to, and knowing each and every week you're playing really good football teams. And they pose some threats that we've not seen all year long. They're both big, physical, and fast. And but there again, it goes back to why you play the schedule that you play. It makes you better. And they're certainly a good football team. It's I have no idea how that team's never won a second-round game, because they just got talent everywhere. But I'm saying that because they're doing a good job. They just got some bad luck, but because they're very well coached, and they did. It was anybody's game tonight, but it was a fun matchup for us for sure.
Well, Coach, a win tonight over Vincent, 44-33. That's going to set up a meeting. I think, about 3 or 4 years ago, I think 2022, you traveled down to Southeastern, and y'all won in the fog down at Southeastern. So looks like you're going to make another trip down to Blount County next week to take on the Mustangs.
We are. And Coach Bird down there, I've said, when I got to Pisgah in 2020, we played them 2 years ago in Jamboree, and all I knew, I'd been gone a long time, was Southeastern's bad. Well, that guy's come in there and just turned that program around, and he's very unique. He can show multiple things each week, and it blows my mind how he can run one offense one week, and next week and be something completely different, and his kids know how to adjust and do it. And so he's one of the best coaches I've coached against, and does a great job down there. So we'll have our hands full. I had seen Red Bay, and Red Bay was massive. And I hadn't seen Southeastern, just to be honest with you. And they got a Red Bay and get the win. That's impressive, because that is a very good football team. So we'll have our hands full with their players and their coaching staff, they'll do a great job. But you get in the quarterfinals, everybody's good. So that's what you expect.
Survive in advance, Coach. That's what it is this time of the year, and you did tonight with a win over Vincent. We appreciate you spending some time with us, and good luck on the road at Southeastern next week.
Thank you, man. Thanks for all y'all do.
Thanks a lot. That's Coach Adam Gilbert, head coach for the Pisgah Eagles, now 10-2 on the season. You can be part of the show this season by submitting your game day photos from the field to the sidelines to the band to all the fans in the stands. Upload your photos from the game tonight on the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard Facebook page. Show your school spirit and be part of the Friday night tradition that is the High School Football Scoreboard.
Hey folks, Randy Ball here at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. At Gilbert Ball Ford, our customer service is top priority. Our priority is to serve our customers and our communities. We'll appreciate having you as our customer and look forward to serving you again. Come see the difference at Gilbert Ball Ford in Albertville. And remember folks, if you don't come see us, I can't save you any money. And visit our website at gilbertballford.com.
You can buy for less. You can buy for less.
When it comes to your family's health, you deserve a doctor who listens. Riverview Regional Medical Center's Dr. Sabrina Morgan Graves provides compassionate, personalized care for every stage of life, from checkups and wellness visits to managing ongoing health needs. Conveniently located in the Medical Arts Building at 303 Bay Street in Gadsden. Call 256-543-1222 today to schedule your appointment. Dr. Morgan Graves, caring for your family like family.
Everybody in the community enjoys coming together to cheer on your favorite team at schools. For over 75 years, Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative has provided the electricity to heat and cool the homes, schools, businesses, and light the playing fields in our communities. Marshall DeKalb Electric employees Joey Miller, Jared Whitaker, Briar Mint, Andrew Giles, and Tyler Gilliland were proud to play for Boaz High School and now provide you with the power for your everyday life.
On Friday nights, the big wins happen under the lights. But at Gadsden State Community College, the victories happen every day. Whether it's working toward a college degree, mastering hands-on workforce training, or charging into the healthcare career, Gadsden State is here to help you find and reach your next set of goals. Financial assistance is plentiful, classes are flexible, and opportunities are wide open. Enroll at Gadsden State and let's start your next big win. Visit GadsdenState.edu to get started.
At First Southern Bank, we've been serving our community since 1935, starting small, growing strong, and always investing in what matters more, you. From personal checking to business loans, we're here to help you save smarter, borrow with confidence, and build a stronger future. We're local, we're homegrown, and we're still growing, one customer at a time. Visit Greg or Clint at the Boaz branch and experience banking built on trust, service, and hometown values. First Southern Bank, banking with heart since 1935, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for top brand grills for holiday gift giving? You'll find the right size and style at Weather's Ace Hardware, plus fuels, spices, sauces, and more. Right now, a Blackstone Iron Forge 2-burner outdoor griddle is on sale for $279.99, or choose a 4-burner griddle on sale for $529.99. Save 25% on select Blackstone accessories. They make perfect stocking stuffers to go along with your griddle. We're around the block with great grilling gifts for the holiday season in stock. Weather's Ace, the helpful place.
Take the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard with you wherever you go. Download our free WQSB app for your phone and smart device. Now, back to the scoreboard on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
And welcome back to the High School Football Scoreboard. Finals tonight in 1A. It was Addison over Berry, 39-6. Marion County defeated Appalachian. 28-13, it was Wadley over Meek, 52-8. Hubbardville a winner over Hackleburg 42-6. It was Southern Choctaw defeating University Charter 26-12. Maplesville shuts out McIntosh 48-0. McKenzie defeats Otago Academy 52-20, and Leroy stays unbeaten with a win over Linden 40-22. Next week, Leroy travels to Linden. Maplesville will be at home hosting Southern Choctaw. Wadley, the defending state champion, they've won 24 in a row now, and they'll be at home hosting Hubbardville, a team that they have played in the past, and Hubbardville travels there, and it will be Addison. They'll be playing at Marion County next week. And Phil, we've got Coach Kevin Bird from Southeastern joining us now. Good evening, Coach Bird. Welcome into Scoreboard, and congratulations on the win tonight. Your Mustangs on the road at Red Bay, 28-21 win. It sounds like an exciting game that kind of went down to the final plays in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. It was back and forth. They answered every time we scored. They actually faked a field goal with just a few seconds left in the second half to score a touchdown. So after that, we answered and they answered. It was back and forth. So it was a great game.
But you answered last, Coach. A great game by your football team. I got some information that the young Pendleton, the young man, had a big night rushing for you this evening. Justin Pendleton, 200 yards total offense, 150 passing, 50 rushing. So outstanding night for that young man in the win.
Absolutely. I mean, he's one of our senior leaders, so he did a great job tonight with getting it done. I was really proud of all the seniors, sure.
Well, Coach, talk about some of the other young men that had big nights for you. I understand Owen Wadsworth, he caused a fumble there. I guess it kind of sealed the game for you at the end.
Absolutely. He played great all night. They had their running back was a very good, very big guy, and Owen was Owen and him got acquainted quite a bit. So Owen I know he led us in tackles, but he had some just very physical, never left the field. He's also plays guard for us, and actually had to play some tackle tonight because of some injuries. So he never left the field. He had a great night. Owen did for sure.
Well,
and another. I got to mention one more. Justin Hickman had some big receptions and all for us too. So that's three seniors that really laid it out. And I thought the O-line played great. And, it was a really good night.
Well,
long drive back there.
Oh, I know it is, all the way to Red Bay. And how difficult is that on a coach and on a football team to I don't know what time you got on a bus today to go over there, but how did you kind of break up the day for this football team? Because you had to get off the bus and play a football game against a very good team tonight.
I got something more for you. The boys, we've never won when we took a charter, so they would not get on the charter bus. So we are on cheese buses coming back, so on school buses. And so we left at noon and ate in Moulton and then walked through at the field. We just, tried to break it up so that their legs were fresh when we got to Red Bay. And those facilities all up in there are just amazing. So we just broke it up from noon. We try to, in the morning, make it as much about school just so their bodies are used to that routine, but just trying to break it up and keep their legs under them.
Well, Coach, you talked about this senior class, and, I go back and look beginning in when they were freshmen, 10 wins, 7 wins, 9 wins, now 10 wins. This group of young men that are seniors for you this year really have turned this program around.
Yes, and they're probably the winningest senior class we'll look back and see, but they've made it as far as the other. I tell you, we had a good group of seniors 4 years ago, and they got to see their leadership, so they've carried it on, and they do wear that with pride. I was right after the game. We've got a plaque for the first set of seniors that went and made the playoffs every year, and made the third round. So now they want their plaque. So
Well, Coach
that's
Bird,
a good tradition.
Well, Coach Bird, this is Phil Harris. I'm assuming, I'm kind of sort of was listening to your answers. I'm kind of assuming you're a coach about routine. So I'm going to bet these young men have kind of sort of taken on your character, so to speak, and they have become about routine. Would that say about what this team is?
Yeah, we're not real flashy. We're kind of execution team. We're based in a wing tee, so yeah, everything we practice the same their entire career. So we try to keep everything the same. Routine is great for young men, so we try to stay in the same routine for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like, of course, we have followed this team for several years now. It just seems like you get better and better and better each year. You get deeper and deeper, into the playoffs. Going to Red Bay, tough place to play. They have been a perennial playoff team for years. They had a couple down years, but this year we kind of watched them. They're back. What was it like going to Red Bay? What kind of atmosphere is it like going over there? Because you're all the way over in Mississippi, but they traditionally have been very strong. Tell us about the atmosphere.
Hello. Exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, Anna. Did you hear the question? You didn't hear the question, Bill.
I'm sure he's talking about the environment of Red Bay.
Right.
And they take their sports very seriously. I mean, you walk in that stadium. I mean, they've got a clubhouse and a ton of support. So we're just. That was probably one of the best atmospheres we played in, and I know some of the best facilities that we played in this year. So it does make you tough, but these guys have played lots of places, and we usually have to play bigger teams, and some of our jamborees have been in some big places. So you're always building to try to get better. So, but their environment was top notch, and I tell you, this was the same group of boys that last year. I think we beat them pretty bad in the first round, and I tell you, they have worked. That team was they played extremely well. They're doing a great job up there.
Well, Coach, I want to brag on you just a bit because looking back, this is a program that's only 14 seasons old. This is a 14th season, I think, for the Southeastern Mustangs. The first 6 seasons, I think, they had a total of 8 wins. And now you've put just in your 8 years, as we talked about it, 10 wins this year, 9, 7, 10. The last 4 seasons, you went to the quarterfinals back in 2021, going to the quarterfinals again. You've really turned this program around. In fact, we were talking earlier this evening to Adam Gilbert up at Pisgah. He was bragging about you and how well, and because they coached against you a couple of years ago, I think, in the second round as Pisgah came down there, and they won that night in the fog. But he was bragging about how well you had done and turned this program around.
Well, I mean, they have a great program. We used to play in the spring, and or was it fall jamboree? At one of the jamborees, and it was some battles, and it was that team that beat us 3 years ago.
Right.
That was a huge team. That was a great game just because I think we recovered 2 onside kicks in a row, and we're able to punch them in just to get within 7 in the third quarter. And we lost the bank of lights that night, and the fog rolled in. We couldn't see the other sideline. It was a great game. But yeah, they're always good, and I know Coach Gilbert does a great job there. So they'll be ready for us for sure.
One question I want to ask you, because an official told me this just this week. I think he may have officiated one of your games recently. He was talking about Southeastern, and he talked about every kickoff. Do you kick an onside kick? And if you do, what is your strategy in that?
Well, I mean, not always. I mean, we have options. We have about 3 different kickoffs and that we use, and we just, I'm a defensive guy, so if I had somebody that could kick it in the end zone every time,
sure,
we would. But we just We just don't have that. So when we kick deep, they usually return it to about the 40. So when we onside kick it, it's usually around the 40. So we kind of just is about the same. And so that's why we do a lot of it, just analytics as far as that goes.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win tonight against Red Bay, 28-21. We wish you the best. You're going to be at home next week. The Pisgah Eagles are going to come to Remlap to take on the Southeastern Mustangs. It's going to be a great night there. We wish you the best, and thanks for spending some time on Scoreboard with us tonight.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thanks a lot. That's Coach Kevin Bird, and on the way back from Red Bay, as he's saying, they're riding the cheese wagons. That's kind of neat, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah.
That they've never won riding a chartered bus, so the guys, they made the sacrifice, and now they won't ever ride charter buses again.
No, this will be, it'll be tradition, it'll be routine. And it sounds like it sounds like this team is part of it's a routine group. So when you throw a kinky in like a charter bus, you throw them off. So evidently they enjoy that part of it. But a great win. Yet it is a long ride back, but it's always have that great taste in your mouth, making that ride back home, knowing you picked up a victory.
And that's one of since Kevin Bird has been there, and I've told Coach Bird to his face before how great a job I think he's done. He's taken a program that started in 2012, 14 years ago, and now they're headed back to the quarterfinals again. They made the second round 5 years in a row in his 8 years, and they started just 14 years ago. They won just like 6 games or 8 games in the first 6 years of the program. So in the last 8 years, they've made the second round 5 of those years, and this will be the second year going to the quarterfinals. Just an outstanding football coach that he's turned that program at Southeastern into a very good program, and it'll be a great game between them and Pisgah down there next week.
Definitely so. And Jeff, and we talk about this time and time again, when you have a new program like that, it's hard to build it because you don't have parents and grandparents that went to school there. You got a bunch of people that don't really know each other that come to that school. Their mamas and daddies and grandparents went to different schools. So it's tough to build a tradition, but it sounds like he's doing it the right way. He's got them bought in, and I think as long as he stays there, he's going to be successful.
There's not a parent of a player on his football team that played football at Southeastern. I know that because I heard him say it in the press conference this year in the preseason down in Blount County. So, that's congratulations to him on what he's done down there. Just a great job for Coach Kevin Bird as his team headed to the quarterfinals next week. Lake properties, mountain properties, residential or commercial. At Southern Elite Realty, they treat every property like it's their own. Check them out at mysouthernelite.com. Southern Elite Realty, where great real estate is built on a firm foundation.
Where can you find a dealership that makes it easy to buy a new vehicle? WholesaleCars.com. Hi, this is Brett, General Manager of WholesaleCars.com. With today's hectic lifestyle, convenience is everything. Buy with us, and you can make your payments online, over the phone, or even by bank draft. You can even choose your payment date. We offer across-the-board financing with rates that beat most banks. That's just a few reasons that we've earned an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Come see us. WholesaleCars.com, Highway 431, Albertville.
The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio in Albertville and Henniger strives to provide quality furniture for every lifestyle. Choose from entertainment centers, bedroom suites, dining tables, home accessories, bedding, and Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and chairs. The Furniture Shop, Lazy Boy Comfort Studio is located on Highway 431 in Albertville and Highway 75 in Henniger.
Support your favorite team in school colors from Dixie Designs, Denson Avenue in Boaz. Dixie Designs can create a logo or custom artwork for your school, church, business, or upcoming event. From screen printing to embroidery, the team at Dixie Designs can do it all. T-shirts, caps, sweats, jackets, polos, uniforms, and much more. Dixie Designs is the official printer of the WQSB Team of the Week T-shirts. Dixie Designs, 415 Denson Avenue in Boaz. Quality sportswear that you can wear every day.
At Liberty Bank, we value our local schools and are proud to support all of our teams because this is our community too. To everyone who puts in the long hours of practice to help our kids win in life and on the field, we salute you. Whether you're coach from the sidelines, sell concessions, or score touchdowns, the Liberty Bank team is cheering for you. So from our team to yours, let's make it a great season. Liberty Bank, local bankers serving local customers since 1971.
Hi, this is Brent Rhodes, candidate for DeKalb County Commission President. As a lifelong resident of DeKalb County, I care deeply about our people, our values, and our future. On May the 19th, I would truly appreciate your vote. I'm committed to working hard for our community and helping move DeKalb County forward. Best of luck to all of our local teams this year. We're proud of you.
Paid political advertisement by Brent Rhodes, Crossville, Alabama.
On Friday nights, the big wins happen under the lights. But at Gadsden State Community College, the victories happen every day. Whether it's working toward a college degree, mastering hands-on workforce training, or charging into the healthcare career, Gadsden State is here to help you find and reach your next set of goals. Financial assistance is plentiful, classes are flexible, and opportunities are wide open. Enroll at Gadsden State and let's start your next big win. Visit GadsdenState.edu to get started.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
You can listen to high school football action each week on WQSB's sister station. WKXX 102.9 brings you Hoax Bluff Eagles football, and Power 107.5 covers Albertville Aggie football. Now back to the scoreboard on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
And welcome back to the high school football scoreboard. Congratulations to our winners from the area tonight in DeKalb County. Plainview and Geraldine advance from Etowah County. Coosa Christian advancing from Jackson County. Scottsboro and Pisgah from Blount County. Southeastern from Calhoun County. Piedmont and Anniston advancing in from Coleman County. Fairview and Good Hope. Phil, we had 18 from what I consider our local listening area playing tonight. So all those teams advancing. So congratulations to each one of them as they're in the Elite Eight next week. We're down to 8 in each classification. We're down to 4 in Class 7A, and we want to run down our scores beginning in Class 7A tonight. It was Thompson over Mary Montgomery, 54-0, and Central of Phoenix City was a winner over Fairhope, 34-15. Auburn shuts out Daphne, 40-0, and Opelika was a winner over Baker, 35-9. Next week, Opelika takes the short trip to Auburn, and Thompson travels to Central of Phoenix City, and that should be a good one.
Definitely so. Definitely so. Two great matchups in Class 7A. Of course, there's always good football there. Class 6A, it was Muscle Shoals. They got past Parker 17-14. Parker, probably one of the most athletic teams you'll see in Class 6A. Muscle Shoals, probably a good thing they were at home. They squeaked by Parker 17-14. Fort Payne just wasn't their night. Last year they made a run into the quarterfinals, but tonight they get knocked out in the second round. The Spartans of Mountain Brook come in and beat Fort Payne by the final score of 35-14. It was Clay Chalkville. They won over Gaston City 44-7, and Homewood in a good one. They outlasted Hartselle 31-24. In the southern part of the 6A bracket, it was Benjamin Russell. Somehow they live right. They seem to find a way to win. They did it again tonight. They beat Theodore 21-14. Hueytown pulled away from Russell County. Final score there was 49-29. Pike Road beat Bessemer City 28-6 in Saraland. This was a great football game. They snuck past Spain Park, 35-31. So next week it will be Saraland traveling to Pike Road. Hueytown will be at Benjamin Russell. Homewood makes the trip down to Clay Chalkville, and Muscle Shoals has to go to Birmingham. They'll take on Mountain Brook.
Should be some great games there. Most of those are number one seeds from their region, like Muscle Shoals, Clay Chalkville, Homewood, Benjamin Russell, Hueytown. Even though they were 5-5 now, and going into the playoffs, they've won 2. They're 7-5, but they were the number one seed. Of course, Pike Road and Saraland's been the number 2 team all year. But again, Mountain Brook feel the only number 2 seed out of their region to advance to the quarterfinal round. Moving on to Class 5A tonight, where Fairview, the Aggies, they roll on again. They're 12-0 on the year as they go on the road and defeat Jacksonville tonight, 28-13. The Scottsboro Wildcats, after their loss to Mars Hill in the last game of the season, they've been impressive the last 2 weeks, especially tonight. 42-6 over St. Clair County. So it's the first time, I believe, since 2016 that Scottsboro's been to the quarterfinals, and they'll play Fairview next week at Fairview. Moody was a winner over Priceville, 60-14, and Briarwood beats Russellville 42-7. Briarwood travels to take on Moody next week. In the southern part of the 5A bracket, Viger hands Northside their first loss of the year, knocks them out of the playoffs, 49-28. Clay Central, they beat Andalusia 21-2. It was Montgomery Catholic, the defending 5A state champion. They win over Shelby County 38-15, and that game should be a whale of a game next week as Williamson, they won over Elmore County 42-14. Williamson travels to Catholic of Montgomery next week, and Williamson has been pretty much number one all year. You know, they're the team that scored 100 points earlier this year and defeating a team from Mobile 100-0. So not bad, and they've also beaten Viger this year, and Viger still advancing. So very good football team in Williamson.
Yeah, of course, Clay Central year in, year out also good. And speaking of Scottsboro, they're now 8-4, kind of like the Pisgah. Non-region schedule pays off, because I think that probably helped them in that game tonight against St. Clair County. Scottsboro definitely plays one of the toughest non-region schedules in the state.
Lost to Fort Payne, lost to Clay Central, lost to Mars Hill, defeated North Jackson. I think that was their 4 non-region games this year, and all those teams made the playoffs, and a couple of them are still playing.
Yeah, so a big win for the Coach Tyler Vann and the Scottsboro Wildcats as they advance to play Fairview. In Class 4A, bit of a surprise here. Really not that Good Hope won, because the Raiders year in and year out very good in the playoffs, but they beat West Morgan at Trinity 31-7. West Morgan was 11-0 coming in. Good Hope a huge win. So that means they'll get to host next week, and they'll play the Plainview Bears. The Plainview, an impressive win over Alexandria, 42-14. I think Plainview probably put together their most complete game of the season. They're now 12-0 on the year and will travel to Good Hope next week. Anniston was a winner over Anniston was a winner over Madison Academy, 44-12, while Deschler blocked an extra point in overtime to beat Hamilton 31-30. In the southern part of the bracket, W.S. Neal was a winner over American Christian 35-7. Jackson beat Handley 42-28. It was Bullitt County over Mobile Christian 21-0. St. Michael's, they beat Pleasant Grove 41-7. So next week it will be Bullitt County at St. Michael's. W.S. Neal will play at Jackson, and then in the northern part of the bracket, as we said, Plainview will have to go to Good Hope, while Anniston will hit the road. They'll have to play at Deschler.
And I think those 2 games, Phil, tonight, 2 of the most impressive wins. You look at Plainview defeating Alexandria. Alexandria's only loss this year was to Anniston by 2 points early in the season. They had ran through their 9 straight opponents there to play Plainview, so they were coming in as a hot team, and Plainview just dominated that game from the beginning. And you look at Good Hope, their only 2 losses, they lost to Hamilton earlier this year, and then they lost to Fairview, who's still in the playoffs. Hamilton lost in overtime to Deschler tonight. So those are their two losses. So these two teams, as I think you said earlier in the program, they're playing as well as anybody in Class 4A right now, especially in the North.
Yes, definitely so. You know, Plainview has really put it together the last few weeks of the season. And, of course, Good Hope, you know, year in and year out, they're one of those playoff power football teams. Can they get further? We're going to find out. That's going to be that's one of those that'll be fun just to go watch.
And when we come back, we're going to run down our 1A, 2A, and 3A scores. So Wilburn's Waxing Solutions, they specialize in recoating gymnasium hardwood floors, tile floors, and they offer commercial cleaning. Contact Michael or Mikhail Wilburn at Wilburn Waxing Solutions or check them out on Facebook.
Since 1991, James Barbecue has been serving up mouth-watering barbecue starting from a humble food truck in Geraldine, Alabama. Now with 2 smoking locations, including Little James Barbecue in Rainsville, they're still cooking fresh food daily with homemade sauces you'll dream about. Don't forget steak night every Friday, hot off the grill and worth the trip. And Annie says,
"Come get my dad's barbecue. We're fired up to serve you."
James Barbecue or Little James Barbecue is always available for catering. James Barbecue, slow cooked and full of Southern flavor.
This is DeKalb County Sheriff Nick Weldon. At the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office, we truly believe in the concept of public service. My deputies and I will always strive to be fair and just and treat every person the same. We pledge to develop a partnership with the community to improve the safety for each citizen and give them a positive experience with our office. Our goal at the DeKalb County Sheriff's Office is to protect you, your family, and your property. God bless.
Score Time Scoreboards, the only authorized fair play dealer in Alabama. Owners Avery and Patty Hendricks would like to thank all our loyal customers for your patronage and trusting us to help you keep score for the past 31 years. From the new Scoreboard video boards at Boaz and Douglas High School to all Scoreboard video boards at Birmingham City Schools and all points in between. Proudly serving the WQSB listening area with your scoring needs. No matter what team you root for, the game starts and stops with Score Time Scoreboards.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstel.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
In sports, every point counts. And at Alpha Insurance, we know when it comes to your budget, every dollar counts. That's why we work to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Plus, every Alpha policy comes with personal service from our hometown team. Call Alpha to start saving today.
In North Alabama, call us, Cy Giles and Holly Bobo at the Giles and Bobo Insurance Group.
You can reach us at 256-538-8201 or stop by our office at 410 5th Avenue Northeast in Attala, Alabama.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
Your Friday night football tradition continues. Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville.
And welcome back to the High School Football Scoreboard. Want to Give you the finals now from 3A, 2A, and 1A in your matchups for next week. In Class 3A, it was Mars Hill Bible over Winfield 42-6. The Geraldine Bulldogs, they beat Westbrook 31-15. They got down early 7-0, but then I believe scored 31 unanswered points, and they won 31-15 tonight. The Piedmont Bulldogs shut out the Fife Red Devils. First time in 343 games the Fife Red Devils have been shut out. Piedmont beats them tonight 36-0, and Gordo was a winner over Colbert County 49-29. In the southern part of the 3A bracket tonight, it was Bayside Academy. They've been impressive. They beat Randolph County 47-7. Randolph County, Phil, I don't know if you saw this. Mo Winston from Randolph County last week when they beat Thorsby. He had 449 rushing yards. He scored 50 of the 51 points. So they did something well tonight to shut that young man down. He was a leading rusher in the state from Randolph County. Bayside Academy goes into Randolph County tonight, down to Wedowee, and they win 47-7. Montgomery Academy shuts out Lee Scott Academy 38-0. Glenwood defeats Trinity 40-7, and Southside Selma knocks off Cottage Hill 39-22. Next week, Geraldine travels to Mars Hill. The Piedmont Bulldogs are back at the Field of Champions as they take on the Green Wave of Gordo. Southside Selma at home also again next week as they play Glenwood. And Bayside Academy, they'll host Montgomery Academy.
In Class 2A, Pisgah got an interception return for a touchdown to seal the deal. They had taken the lead over Vincent 36-33 in the fourth quarter, but were able to get a pick six and held off the Yellow Jackets to move on to the quarterfinals 44-33. Pisgah now 10-2 on the year. Southeastern moves on. They go over to Red Bay and beat the Tigers 28-21. And, boy, what a great game that was, and what a huge win for the Mustangs. It was Coosa Christian taking care of business once again. They knocked down a pretty good Lexington team. Final score there was 49-16, and it was Tuscaloosa Academy winning again. They knocked off Pleasant Valley 28-13. Pleasant Valley, great year. They finished up 10-2. Disappointing going on the road to lose to Tuscaloosa Academy, but definitely the best team in school history. Southern part of the bracket, Luverne beat GW Long 29-0. Lynette beat Ayrton 34-14. This game was close, but the Lynette pulled away in the second half. It was Cottonwood falling to Reeltown. Final score there was 63-28. And Providence Christian in overtime, they beat Lochapoka 17-14. So next week, Providence Christian hits the road to Reeltown. Lynette is at Luverne. It will be Tuscaloosa Academy rematch. They'll have to play Coosa Christian once again down in Gadsden. And then it will be Pisgah hitting the road to hit the road going to Rimlap. They'll take on Southeastern in the quarterfinal round.
In Week 9, Coosa Christian traveled to Tuscaloosa to take on Tuscaloosa Academy. That night, I don't think Coosa Christian punted. That's the night that Coach Probst, we talked to him on the air and talked about how well his football team played against Tuscaloosa Academy. And I think we talked about on the air that night, we might see that matchup again in the playoffs. Well, it's going to happen next week. Tuscaloosa Academy lost to Coosa at Tuscaloosa 56-21. They come to Gadsden next week to take on Coosa Christian in the round of 8 in the Elite 8 next week, as Coosa now 10-2 on the season. Moving on to Class 1A tonight, Addison, another one of those traditional teams, Phil. We're going to have two traditional 1A powerhouses there. You were talking about Marion County during the break. 3 state championships, 2 state championships, 4 state championships, 3 in a row. And then I think you said Valley Head lost to them in the state championship in 1972.
1972, they won 71, 72, 73, and then 2011. They beat Valley Head in 1972.
So 2 traditional teams playing next week. Addison winning over Berry 39-6. Marion County ending the season for the Appalachian Eagles. So Addison will travel to Marion County again. Coach Whittington and his team, 11 wins at Appalachian this year, set a school record. for wins in a season. They finish 11-1. Great year for them as they lose tonight on the road, 28-13. Wadley, and they're going to be hard to beat in this bracket. They're 11-0 now. They've won 24 in a row. They're the defending state champion. They scored 52 unanswered points before Meek scored a late touchdown. Wadley beats them 52-8. Hubbardville, they defeated Hackleburg earlier this year, 50-20. They get their second win over Hackleburg tonight, 42-6. Hubbardville will travel to Wadley next week. In the southern part of the 1A bracket, it was Southern Choctaw defeating University Charter 26-12. It was Maplesville tonight. They defeated McIntosh 48-0. McKenzie was a winner over Autauga Academy 52-20, and Leroy defeated Linden 40-22. So next week, Leroy travels to McKenzie. That's two unbeaten teams playing next week, both 12-0. And Maplesville also 12-0. They'll play a 9-3 Southern Choctaw team next week in the second round. And Phil, just a couple of thoughts about next week, game that you're just one that you're looking forward to. And we'll talk a little more out of the break, but game you're looking forward to next week.
Well, actually, I'm going to call 1 and 1A. It's that Scottsboro and Scottsboro game where they'll play Fairview, and then the Plainview Good Hope game. I think these are two even matched teams. Maybe the home team might be a slight underdog, but that what will make the difference is playing at home. So I think it's two great matchups for an opportunity to get to the semifinals.
It's going to be a big night in Coleman County because both those teams from Coleman County, they're playing at home next week. So that's going to be a big night in Coleman County. Looking forward to seeing how Geraldine can handle Mars Hill. Last time the two played last year, I believe they played at Geraldine, and Geraldine played it was 27-21. So let's see how Geraldine can handle this Mars Hill team that's just, they've been dominant. They dominated Scottsboro in week 10 earlier this year, got up 35-0 before Scottsboro scored against them. And, Mars Hill and Piedmont, they're playing as well as anyone right now. Just to dominate Fife the way that Piedmont did, that just doesn't happen to the Fife Red Devils.
No, it's just they just couldn't get anything going. And I think, and we've talked about this, Jeff, that this Jonathan Miller football team, they have Raleigh Pinto and a lot of weapons on offense, but what makes them great is their defense. They can shut you down and score, but it's amazing how good they are on the defensive side of football.
The Five Red Devils have been to the third round 12 years in a row. They finish 8-3 this season. Of course, we'll come back and talk about more of the matchups coming up. There's some good ones next week as there's 10 teams from our listing area, our local listing area. We hope that people all over the state are listening to us because you can download the app. You may not listen over there, but you can download the app and listen to us anywhere you go. Special thanks to our Team of the Week sponsors this year. They were Dixie Designs, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. We handed out Team of the Week trophies and T-shirts to athletes and coaches in 7 counties in Northeast Alabama. And, of course, we could not do it without the folks at Dixie Designs, Wilson's Trophies, and Wilburn's Waxing Solutions. To you, we say thank you.
It's football time in Alabama. The players are hitting the field, the cheerleaders are firing up the crowd, the drum major is striking up the band, and we all stand for the national anthem. This is Congressman Robert Adderholt. While you cheer your favorite team this season, I'll be on President Trump's team shaking things up in Washington. When we stand on conservative principles, it's a win for everyone. I'm Robert Adderholt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Adderholt for Congress.
Dreaming of the perfect backyard? Now booking for next year. From stunning 3D designs to one-on-one service, Martinez Pools will bring your vision to life in 2026. Vinyl, fiberglass, orgonite pools, landscaping, sod, irrigation, and waterfalls, outdoor kitchens, hot tubs, and putting greens. Full turnkey service from start to finish. Schedule your spot now. Our openings for next year are limited. Call 256-452-8464 today to reserve your project and make your home the place where kids come to play and memories are made.
Pax Nursery and Garden Center on Highway 168 between Boaz and Kilpatrick reminds you fall is time for planting, and they have a large selection of fruit trees, blackberry plants, grapevines, blueberry bushes, shade and flowering trees, encore azaleas, hydrangeas, roses, hollies, boxwoods, and much more. They also have mulch, pine straw, concrete pots, and statuary. Follow them on Facebook to see what's new. Pax Nursery and Garden Center, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and Saturdays till noon.
On Friday nights, the big wins happen under the lights. But at Gadsden State Community College, the victories happen every day. Whether it's working toward a college degree, mastering hands-on workforce training, or charging into the healthcare career, Gadsden State is here to help you find and reach your next set of goals. Financial assistance is plentiful, classes are flexible, and the opportunities are wide open. Enroll at Gadsden State and let's start your next big win. Visit GadsdenState.edu to get started.
At First Southern Bank, we've been serving our community since 1935, starting small, growing strong, and always investing in what matters more, you. From personal checking to business loans, we're here to help you save smarter, borrow with confidence, and build a stronger future. We're local, we're homegrown, and we're still growing, one customer at a time. Visit Greg or Clint at the Boaz branch and experience banking built on trust, service, and hometown values. First Southern Bank, banking with heart since 1935, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Randy Jones, your hometown trusted choice insurance agency. Randy Jones and Associates knows the playing field, and we have been proudly serving communities across North Alabama for 46 years. Having the right protection on the field is important. The RJA team of experienced agents will help you find affordable, customized insurance coverage for your family, business, and future. Stop by a local Randy Jones Associates office for a free, no-obligation quote or complimentary policy review.
Everybody in the community enjoys a football Friday night, coming together to cheer on your favorite team in schools. For over 75 years, Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative has provided the electricity to heat and cool the homes, schools, businesses, and light the playing fields in our communities. Marshall DeKalb Electric employees Roger Pike, Brandy Rojek, Brent Claiborne, Shawnee Hughes, and Sierra McWhorters were proud to play, cheer, and perform for Boaz High School, and now provide you with the power for your everyday life.
Now back to the WQSB High School Football Scoreboard, presented by Southern Elite Realty in Guntersville, the most listened to scoreboard in the state of Alabama. Here's your hosts, Jeff Allen and Phil Harris.
And welcome back to the High School Football Scoreboard, looking at some of the games next week. Phil and I were talking during the break about the Thompson and Central game, and you go back and look, since 2018, Thompson has been in the state championship game in Class 7A. The last 3 years, they played Central of Phoenix City. In 2022, they played Auburn. They played Central in 21. They played Auburn in 20. They played Central in 2019 and Central in 2018. This has been the de facto state championship game, or the state championship game, for several years now, Phil. So, again, as I say, this is the de facto state championship game as they play in the semifinals next week.
So I guess I'm going to bet when fall camp starts, Thompson's talking about Central Phoenix City, and Central Phoenix City's talking about Thompson, because it's somewhere in the stretch they're probably going to run into each other. And once again, that's the way it's been. Auburn's kind of broke it up a little bit, but Thompson and Central of Phoenix City, and once again, it's going to be a dandy matchup next week.
In Class 6A, top matchups next week, you got Clay Chalkville, who is 11-0, now 12-0. You've got Homewood. It's kind of a Birmingham semifinal there with Clay Chalkville and Homewood. Homewood at home tonight with Hartselle. Great game there. Clay Chalkville's just been impressive all year, Phil. Looking at their scores, the closest game that they played this year, they beat Thompson 28-14. Thompson's playing in the semifinals. This is a very good football team next week that Homewood is going in. Of course, last year, Muscle Shoals, they ended the season for the Clay Chalkville Cougars, so they could actually get Clay Chalkville not in the quarterfinal or the second round. They could get them in the semis next week or the week after if they win next week.
Yeah, and that would be at home. So That would be surprising there. But, 3 of the 4 teams is from the Birmingham area that's in Class 6A. Mountain Brook, an impressive win up at Fort Payne to get to 9-3 on the year. Very talented Muscle Shoals team. But if you can get them away from Muscle Shoals, I think you got a shot at them. We'll see what Mountain Brook does.
And, of course, so you talked about it before we went into the break, that the Fairview and Scottsboro game going to be a big one next week at Fairview. Fairview is 12-0 on the season. Again, their schedule to me hasn't been as tough as the Scottsboro Wildcats, but they've got their schedule. They've beat all the teams on their schedule. And Jacksonville coming off an impressive win over Ramsey next week at home. And Fairview goes in there and takes care of business tonight with that win.
Yeah, definitely. So the way I kind of sort of look at it in this Fairview and Scottsboro game, Fairview very good on the defensive side of the ball. It don't matter who they play. Scottsboro has been very good offensively. So we're going to see who dictates tempo in this game. If Scottsboro can make Fairview play catch-up, they've got a great opportunity to win this football game. But Fairview wants to control tempo, slow this game down, and it's going to be a matter of weather conditions, turnovers, penalties, all those types of things that will decide this football game.
This game may last, an hour?
Yeah.
Because they both like to run the football.
Yeah.
I mean, the Harper kid at Fairview is the all-time leading rusher. And, of course, the Edmondson kid at Scottsboro, outstanding running back. As far as the Scottsboro Wildcats, the last time they went to the quarterfinals, back in 2016, Patrick Nix was the head football coach. Bo Nix was the quarterback. They lost to Winona in the quarterfinals, 49-28 that night. That's the last time and that they went to the quarterfinals, and they're headed back this year. Phil also talked about the big game in Class 4A next week is Good Hope there at home hosting the Plainview Bears, 2 of the hottest teams. The last time that Plainview went to the quarterfinals, I believe 2010. The last time that Good Hope, they were in the quarterfinals. This is a team now that's been pretty good over the last 8 or 10 years. They were 10-2 in 2022. They went to the quarterfinals and lost to Madison Academy. A couple of years earlier, they lost to Aniana. So, again, last year they lost to Anniston in the second round, and they get through the second round tonight by knocking off an unbeaten West Morgan team. And now they'll host the Bears next week, and we know how well they're playing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Plainview's playing very well. Good Hope, tough place to play over at Good Hope, definitely. Of course, Jeff, looking forward to that Anniston-Dexter game. 2 very traditionally rich, strong football programs.
And Dexter just seems, as you said, just seems to survive each and every week. They block an extra point in overtime to win tonight, 31-30 in 3A. We talked earlier about Mars Hill and Geraldine. Going to be a great matchup. They played last year in the second round. Mars Hill won 27-21 on their way to a state championship. Piedmont. Again, they ended up playing Mars Hill in the semifinals last year. Mars Hill won that game after Piedmont had beaten Fife in the quarterfinal round last week. And traditionally, Gordo's always a great football team.
Yeah, definitely so. That's going to be a tough for Gordo to come over here to play at the Field of Champions, especially as well as Jonathan Miller's team, Raleigh Pinto and company are playing. Gordo is going to have to score points. Can they against Piedmont? We're going to find out.
And in Class 2A, the 2 quarterfinal games in the north are right here in our backyard. Mm-hmm. There in Blount County, as Southeastern's going to host Pisgah. They played a couple of years ago. Pisgah won that game. We talked to both coaches tonight. And Coosa Christian, we know that they can handle Tuscaloosa Academy because they've already done it this year. They won 56-21 about 3 weeks ago.
Of course, we knew the very first game of the year, Jeff, that the 2A Northern Championship was going to go through Coosa naturally. But I am looking forward to this Pisgah Southeastern game. Great matchup, 2 well-coached teams, 2 good football programs, and you couldn't ask for a better quarterfinal.
And congratulations to our student athletes of the week this week, Landon Watkins, who plays football at Pisgah High School, and Isley Hicks, who plays basketball at Southeastern High School. Our student athletes of the week is made possible each week by Bring Your Own Bids Retail and Mike Richards Automotive.
Ace with the helpful hardware, folks.
Right now, Ace Rewards members get instant savings on a big selection of top brand tools that make great gifts for the holidays. Save $50 instantly on select DeWalt 20-volt Max Atomic brushless power tool kits and batteries. You'll also save $50 instantly on select Milwaukee power tools. Save $30 instantly on select Craftsman's 20-volt power tool kits and batteries. Instant savings are available exclusively for Ace Rewards members. Sign up and start saving today at Weathers Ace Hardware.
When your ride's having issues again, don't panic. Call the family. At Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, Ohana means family, and that's exactly how we treat you. Our ASE certified technicians work on all makes and models, European, domestic, and import, from oil changes to engine diagnostics to electrical issues that make your dash light up. And yes, we actually know what that weird clanking sound is. Ohana Auto Repair in Rainbow City, where you're not just a customer, you're family. Call us at 256-442-6864.
The deals keep rolling at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service. Now through November 30th, we're giving $100 off any set of 4 Goodyear or Kelly branded tires. That's instant savings on quality tires from the brands you know, installed by the experts you trust. And there's more. When you combine our offer with Goodyear's current rebate, you can save up to $300. Visit one of our 12 locations today to take advantage of this offer while it lasts, including Albertville, Gunnersville, and Gadsden. And remember, at Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
At Family Savings Credit Union, we believe in people helping people. Whether you're overcoming challenges or building on great credit, we're here with real support, smart guidance, and personalized plans, because you're not just a number, you're family.
Apply online for quick turnaround. FamilySavingsCU.com.
Family Savings Credit Union, where your money grows with you and your family. Member accounts insured by NCUA.
Friday night lights are shining bright across our community, and Coca-Cola United is proud to be on the sidelines cheering with you. From the first kickoff to the final whistle, we're here to support our hometown athletes, coaches, and fans. Nothing brings people together like football, and nothing refreshes like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola United, celebrating our community, one game at a time.
The snap is good. The connection is great. FTC brings fiber internet to your home turf this football season. No buffering, no dropped connections, just reliable high-speed internet that's built to perform where it matters most. Whether you're streaming the game or checking the scores, we've got the speed you need. Score big with FTC's fiber, your home team for high-speed internet. Call 256-638-2144 or visit farmerstell.com today. FTC, we keep you connected.
A dealership that puts the community first. Welcome to Sam Boswell Honda of Gadsden, your hometown headquarters for all things Honda. From Gadsden, Oxford, Jacksonville, Attala, Boaz, Albertville, Gunnersville, and beyond. We offer Alabama's top selection of new Hondas, plus an extensive lineup of dependable pre-owned vehicles, all at prices you'll love. Thinking about selling your car? We're ready to buy. Find us on East Meagan Boulevard in Gadsden. Explore our inventory anytime at BoswellHondaGadsden.com. Sam Boswell Honda. Vehicles you can depend on, people you can trust.
Hey folks, Jerry O'Neill, broker and owner of Southern Elite Realty. We're so proud to be a part of the WQSB family and honored to help bring you the Friday Night Scoreboard.
And let's run down our final scores to the last time tonight. In Class 1A, Addison over Berry 39-6. Marion County beats Appalachian 28-13. It was Wadley rolling over Meek 52-8, and Hubbardville knocks off Hackleburg 42-6. Southern Choctaw upsets University Charter 26-12. Maplesville shuts out McIntosh 48-0. McKenzie over Autauga Academy 52-20, and Leroy a winner over Linden 40-22. Leroy will be at McKenzie. Maplesville will host Southern Choctaw. Wadley at home hosting Hubbardville, and Marion County at home hosting Addison in 1A next week.
At James Field. In Class 2A, it was Pisgah wing over Vincent 44-33. Southeastern surprised Red Bay 28-21 at Red Bay. It was Coosa Christian winning over Lexington 49-16. Tuscaloosa Academy beat Pleasant Valley 28-13. Southern part of the bracket, Luverne wins again, remains undefeated 29-0 over GW Long. Lynette beat Ayrton 34-14. Reeltown destroyed Cottonwood 63-28. And in overtime, Providence Christian beat Lochapoka 17-14. So next week, Providence Christian travels to Reeltown. Lynette is at Luverne. It's Tuscaloosa Academy at Coosa Christian, and Pisgah will travel to Southeastern.
In Class 3A, Gordo knocks off Colbert County 49-29. Piedmont shuts out 5-36-0. Mars Hill over Winfield 42-6, and Geraldine beats Westbrook 31-15. Southside Selma stayed unbeaten with a 39-22 win over Cottage Hill. It was Glenwood beating Trinity 40-7. Montgomery Academy shuts out Lee Scott Academy 38-0, and Bayside Academy rolls over Randolph County 47-7. Next week, Geraldine travels to Mars Hill. Piedmont at home hosting Gordo. It'll be Southside Selma at home. They'll play Glenwood, and Bayside Academy at home hosting Montgomery Academy.
In Class 4A, Good Hope was a winner over West Morgan 31-7. Plainview knocked off Alexandria 42-14. Anniston beat Madison Academy 44-12. Deschler in overtime blocked an extra point to beat Hamilton 31-30. In the southern part of the 4A bracket, it was Jackson over Handley 42-28. Jackson, one of the top teams in Class 4A. W.S. Neal beat American Christian 35-7. Bullitt County over Mobile Christian 21-0. And St. Michael's knocked off Pleasant Grove 41-7. So next week, Bullitt County goes to St. Michael's. W.S. Neal is at Jackson. It will be Anniston on the road at Deschler, and Plainview will hit the road. They will go to Good Hope.
In Class 5A, Scottsboro rolls over St. Clair County 42-6. It was Fairview on the road defeating Jacksonville 28-13. Moody rolls again as the Blue Devils beat Prosville 60-14, and Briarwood had an impressive 42-7 win over Russellville. In the southern part of the bracket, Viger knocks off Northside 49-28. It was Clay Central winning again 21-2 over Andalusia. The defending champ Catholic of Montgomery wins over Shelby County 38-15, and the number one team Williamson over Elmore County 42-14. Next week, Fairview is at home hosting Scottsboro. Moody also at home hosting Briarwood. It'll be Clay Central traveling to Viger, and Montgomery Catholic at Williamson.
At Class 6A, it was Muscle Shoals over Parker 17-14. Mountain Brook beat Fort Payne 35-14. Clay Chalkville was a winner over Gadsden City 44-7. Homewood by 7 over Hartselle 31-24. In the southern part of the 6A bracket, Benjamin Russell snuck by Theodore 21-14. Hueytown over Russell County 49-29. Pike Road beat Bessemer City to remain in good standing by winning 28-6. Saraland remains undefeated, wins a shootout over Spain Park 35-31. So finally, Saraland will travel to Pike Road. Hueytown will be at Benjamin Russell. Homewood hits the road. They'll play at Clay Chalkville. And finally, Muscle Shoals will make the trip down to Birmingham to take on Mountain Brook.
In 7A, it was Thompson over Mary Montgomery, 54-0. Central of Phoenix City beat Fairhope, 34-15. It was Auburn shutting out Daphne, 40-0, and Opelika beats Baker, 35-9. Next week, Opelika plays at Auburn. Thompson plays at Central of Phoenix City. We'll be back next week. It'll be the quarterfinal night. In all 6 classifications, 7A, it'll be the semifinal night. We'll be back next week with all the scores and the highlights. I hope you'll join us then.